Hello, everyone. Welcome to Harv's World for Impromptu Friday night. Yeah, in the channel description it says it was touch and go, and it really was. I was like, oh, come on, Harv. You know you feel better when you get on and play a little bit and talk to these folks. So I decided to go ahead and go for it. Now, I'm doing something a little bit different tonight, and nobody has taken me up on the offer yet, but I am in the YouTube members Discord chat room right now, the voice chat room. If somebody wanted to join me in there, join me on stream. Um, you know, talk a little bit, keep it family friendly. That's very important. But if somebody wants to jump into that voice channel, I'd be happy to talk with you while we're playing. Lifehawk, Eric, Bruce, Sharko, Ben, Jordan the Canadian Kid. And check it out. Eric Kuntz is our first gold channel member. He's got the gold HW logo next to his name. Thank you so much, Eric, for being such a long time member. Really, really appreciate that. Lifehawk, the origin of the starting music is I picked up on this music and I just liked it. And honest, I was actually thinking about this as we were starting up tonight, and I was going, I kind of never get tired of this song. KT, how you doing? And it's got such a good upbeat, positive vibe to it, and it just kind of ramps me up as things get started. So we're going to check out Calmsden Farm tonight. See how it is. I've looked at it just enough to be dangerous, but not enough to say that I really played it. I haven't played anything on it, honestly, not a bit. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn off seasonal growth. I don't want seasons right now. I've played enough seasons. I'm ready for something different. Engine start off and workers buy nothing.
Always hard.
Nothing. Wow, check it out, guys. Gnome on a Rope, who is actually Benjamin Corbin, actually decided to jump in and chit chat with me tonight. Mr. Corbin, how are you doing?
Okay.
All right. No Life
How
Hawk.
are you?
I have not installed the big textures. Sharko, you can join anytime you want, man. You don't have to hold back. I'm doing pretty well. We're gonna take a look at Colmston Farm tonight. I have not. Oh, look at that. There's a collectible right there. I'll take an extra $1,000 to get me started here. I've looked at it just a smidge. I haven't played it at all. I've got a general idea, sort of what's going on. This really looks good without 8K textures. I mean, this is an Oxygen David map. It's the first one he's released for 22. And anybody who knows Oxygen David knows he puts out quality. He really does. So I'm kind of looking. Yeah, Sharko, you can join.
I'm here.
No, there he is. So now I've got Sharko and Ben with me. Remember, guys? Well, Sharko knows, but family friendly. So we got a lot going on to get started on this farm. He has given us a whole bunch of stuff. Got a couple of John Deere tractors. I know there's a little Fent around here somewhere. I've got a telehandler, which I don't think I'm going to need. We've got, looks like a fuel storage tank. I mean, there's just a little bit of every bloody thing around here. Oh, that's cool, Jordan. The more I love new crops. I love it when map makers include new crops. Love it. Bandit, I'm in the YouTube members voice channel on the Discord. So you have to be a YouTube member with your YouTube account linked to the Discord channel to join in.
It's silly to me that YouTube doesn't let you gift membership.
I know. I wish you could. I wish there was a way to do
really
that.
Cool.
So we're gonna look at our map first. we have got a lot of bloody farmland here. He's given us all the outer edges, which doesn't really benefit us too much. I guess if we want to cut trees out here, we can. But not interested in that right now. But I've got 4, 31, 35, something over here. And then these big fields right here, 6, 3, and 2. And I think I'm probably going to sell one of those for starting cash. Hey, Altoona, how you doing, bud? And good evening, Bandit, Hayden Wall. Glad to have you guys with me tonight. We're just getting started. Brand new map. I might make this like a Friday night feature where we check out a new map every time, kind of thing. Unless I really find one that I just can't stop playing.
That's a cool map.
Lifehawk. Let me discover them. I know a couple. So let's grab a tractor. I knew there was a little fence around here. If I'm driving, it's going to be a fence. Let's check out a few things. We're going to look at the farm, see where we stand. Whoa. I got my camera zoomed out too far. So this is one of our fields right here, field number 3, and this has a crop ready to harvest. Then up, and look how, I mean, this is huge. Oxygen David does not short you on field space to get you started. Although he does put a lot of obstacles in your way. And his hedgerows have no collisions in them this time around. He didn't put collisions on Chellington Valley either on Fs19. This is our field also. It's cultivated and ready to go. And this is a massive bloody field too. Yep, Old Stream Farm came out today. That's another map that's come over from Fs19. I think that one's by Black Sheep Modding. And yeah, I'm cutting right through my wheat field. Although I should look and see.
How dare.
Yeah, not a great yield bonus on it. It needs a little bit of everything, but it's better than throwing it away. Old Stream Farm is the farm somebody remade into Clarkson's farm. I can totally see that. I can totally see that being Clarkson's farm. Well, I'm starting with I'm totally starting with the stuff that Oxygen David gave me, so, and then this is our field 6, and it's another huge bloody field. And it's ready to harvest with wheat. Again, not,
You're gonna have a,
what's that?
I was gonna say, you're gonna have a lot of wheat to harvest.
Right? So yeah. There's a whole lot going on this. And then if we drive back here, oh, this map they turned into Clarkson's farm. Oh, okay, I can see that too. I think Old Stream Farm is actually a little bit better though. With the Lambo and everything, huh? That's awesome. Anybody who's been watching for a while knows how much I love Clarkson's farm. Look at this, though. Look at that. Somebody going out to get the mail, maybe? And you can't beat Oxygen David for detail.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of detail here.
So if I work my way back here, all of these fields on the right belong to me, too. And this is all grass. Every bit of it is grass. His hedgerows might need a little bit of work. They look a little bit choppy, but whatever. He's actually got people like walking in places people would be walking. So this area right here all belongs to us too. Everything here on the right. I mean, this is a big starting farm, guys. It's really big. These sheds belong to us, but they're filled with junk. Although that's one of the secrets. This one I know about. Because if I go into my construction menu and click on demolish and click on this thing right here, I can remove the junk from these barns. It's going to cost me $249 to hire somebody to come in and get rid of it. But now we've got empty sheds we can do anything we want to with. Outstanding. And then I'll remember where my tractor. If I don't remember where my tractor is, you guys will tell me. Somebody was, I think it was Lifehawk, who was talking about so many gates. There's a horse exercise area that we own. We are not doing horses, by the way. There's a horse stable right over there. And then there's a pig farm over here. Wet Coaster, and Martin Salinas. Hi guys, how you doing? Yeah, this is our pig farm. We're not doing pigs either. I don't know about you guys. I kind of find pigs a little bit boring. Because you're just raising pigs to raise pigs. Like, if I could take them to the slaughterhouse and like sell bacon and ham and stuff as an end product, that would be pretty cool, but so I might as well while I'm here. I don't want to demolish, but to get rid of this horse stuff's going to cost me too. Oh well. But I don't want the horse barn, so I guess I need demolish for that. Yep, get rid of the horse barn. Don't want to get rid of that. I can get rid of the pigs. And these are all only worth $2,500. He's shortchanging us a little bit. But then all of this is just grass. Oh, and this is a sheep pasture right here. It's kind of an open pasture, but we're not going to do sheep either, so we're going to get rid of those too.
Oh, you're selling the sheep. How dare you?
How dare you, he said sheepishly.
You're so bad.
I wish there was a way to get rid of this crap. That's when we need map objects hider. Yeah, I sold them. I sold them, Paul. The sheep and the horses. There is a cow barn here somewhere too. I don't want to sell it. I might actually do some cows. And his cattle barns, or his animal barns, are actually quite large. Where is that cattle barn? It's somewhere around here. Not that house. Oh well. It'll turn up again somewhere. Unless I accidentally sold it when I sold the sheep or something stupid like that. Oh well. So anyway, we've got a lot of open ground. I mean, now, especially with these animal pens out of here, I could turn all of this into fields too if I want to. I'm not worrying about that right now. I've got like real fields to worry about at the moment. And yeah, there are a lot of bloody gates here. Hey Bradley Andrews, how are you doing? To the left, huh? I'll drive back over there. But now that we know what's down on this side of the farm, so he's not fooling around when it comes to starting you out as a new farmer.
No, he's not.
Oh, and I should look at the equipment. I should go into the shop and look at what he's provided us for equipment. Because there's a lot of bloody equipment too. So how's Mr. Corbin this evening?
I'm doing okay.
Excellent. Mr. Sharko?
Dinner with Eddie.
Oh, that's cool. How'd that go?
Oh, just dinner with Eddie. So but it was okay. Said his ankle was doing better, so that's good.
Oh, that's good. Haven't had a chance to talk to him in a while. Oh, we've got our own shop. Very nice.
That's a big barn. Couple big barns.
Yeah, the only problem is you gotta... I mean, really, why would you not put the shop in front of the door? So I've got to drive in here, like, in, turn, swing all the way around here. Oh well. No complaints. It's still a nice shop.
One could say you like big barns and you cannot lie.
Yes.
I need them, otherwise I crash into the walls.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything. Man, there are a lot of gates. And yeah, I will never close these gates again.
Do the fences have hitboxes? I mean, I know the stone ones look like they do, but do the other ones do?
The stone ones will, the wood ones will, but just the hedgerows will not.
Mm.
Like, see, that one definitely has one. I like big fence, and I cannot lie. I've got a nice...
I have not.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I have not played Farming Sim just casually in a while.
Sinner.
Well, I was just opening up the game so I could play casually myself.
We got another shed over here. Looks like that's a door that opens.
I'm waiting to learn
Makes sense.
Yeah.
playing Lost Ark.
We got a nice Kloss harvester that I'm thinking we should probably get out of here.
Is that the big Colossus harvester or is that the smaller one?
It's the mid-sized one, like 12,000 liters, 380 horsepower or something.
So it's similar to the one I have.
Yes, for the time being, yes. I'm sure this is not upgradable though.
I don't think it is, no.
And no lakes for Sharko to sink anything in right now. That's a good thing.
I'm not playing with Harv, so I can't sink any of his equipment.
That's a fair point.
I feel like just by being in the chat, though, you're blamed.
Oh, I will be. I totally will be.
He gets blamed even when he's not here. What are you talking about?
That is so true.
He's brought this on himself,
Oh, I have.
though. I guess I better get my butt in gear here and start some harvesting up because... Dang.
Surely you won't cheat. Let yourself open the throttle.
I won't cheat, and stop calling me Shirley. Okay, this harvester will not hook up to the header trailer.
Well, that's interesting.
Good luck, Harv. We're all counting on it.
Oh, that's right. Lifehawk is going the other direction now. He's going the Praise Sharko route.
Gosh. I'm not gonna have temples or, like, fields built after me and other fields, and it's just gonna be a rivalry.
Foster Aviation, how you doing, bud? Glad to have you with us on an impromptu Friday night. I can't believe they're making me pull this out with a tractor. It's just so wrong.
Sell the header and buy a new header trailer.
I just won't take the header off or put the header back on the trailer. Now I'm wedged in here. This is very Sharko-like.
What, not paying stuff back? Yes, that is totally me.
No, being wedged in somewhere.
Oh, yeah, that is also me.
Aw. Paul Tunk says, we love you, Sharko.
Well, I hope you do.
At least it's a good-sized header.
Yeah. What is that, like a 10-meter header?
Probably. I was going to look at the shop and see exactly what all we have, what I can get rid of. What's on sale? Ooh, that Great Plains is on sale.
Ooh.
That's tempting. But not
Does.
today. So we've got 3 medium tractors. 2 at 280, 1 at 150. And we've got the Kloss harvester. Oh, it's only 10,500 liters at 367 horsepower still. That's not bad to start with. I don't really think I'm going to need that telehandler. A 12,100 liter trailer? Really? That's what you're starting me off with these big fields?
Aww.
A 6-meter cultivator? That's going bye-bye. Oh, it's a Vaderstadt direct drill. I can do better than that though. So that'll be going bye-bye. Got a good roller, good sprayer. That mower can go, the baler can go. Telehandler tools can go. On some fields, the edge row may not have the same grain as the field. Oh, that's interesting. That could be a big pain in the neck.
Yeah.
Now the question is, do I want to pull the straw off these fields? Probably. Straw is worth a lot of money.
I work at a harvester and get the baler.
Here we go. Well, this is not going to be a hugely high yield field, so... Oh, and I've got no GPS on any of this equipment either.
Alright, you proved last week you can use straight lines without it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially vehicles with tracks on them, they do tend to keep a really stable row.
So the harvester I have is surprisingly stable too.
I don't like to run real speed on harvesters. I don't mind doing it on plowing and cultivating and things like that, but on harvesters you can really screw up your yield. I know people are gonna argue that point, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I am going to be running grass, but I'm not going to use bunker silos, and I'm not going to bale. Yeah, exactly, Eric. Straw is good food. Hey, thanks, Paul. I do too.
I think we all do.
Be 300 miles one way and 300 miles back.
That's a lot.
Personally, I don't want him to fall.
You don't want me to what?
Fall?
Fall?
Yeah. You're having a nice trip?
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Oh gosh. This is what you get on a Friday night.
No, this is just me.
Yeah, he doesn't even drink.
Nope.
I don't drink either.
Holy crap. Oh, you can, Lifehawk, you can. You can set the cruise control for anything.
wish I had a steering wheel. I think harvesting would be a lot more fun with a steering wheel.
I love my steering wheel. Did you?
It's the government. They're flying you first class, right?
Yeah, in my own car.
So it's driving.
Yep. Flying
Bummer.
300 miles. It's not even worth the time it would take to get on the plane for that.
I was gonna say it'd probably be
Take
actually
a-
quicker to drive.
Just take one of those. What are they? Yeah, small like 2-seater plane.
Uh-huh. Well, if I get on the plane, it becomes a one-seater plane, so that's not good.
Yeah.
Eric uses mouse drive on ATS, but not on FS19. He's a keyboard guy. I did that for a long time, but I have to admit, I do love my steering wheel.
Oh, and wet coaster? Yes, I do. What's the
Hey, Dad, how you doing? You know, it almost feels like Oxygen David doesn't do anything more than any other map maker does, but I guess it's the way that he does it. I mean, it really just has a really natural feel and a flow to it. You know, that's my perspective anyway. You know, I mean, there's a few bushes and some grass and a tree planted here and there, but it just seems very, very natural. And I don't know. He really knows what's going on. He's got it down. Psycho Kid, how you doing, man? Am I back? I haven't left yet.
So it's like this week and then next week, isn't it?
Yeah, Monday I'll be headed out, back home again on Thursday. I'll have a 4-day weekend, and then I'm off again from Tuesday through Friday. Guess I ought to get my baby trailer.
I was gonna say they're very small. I'm surprised they don't have like the small, really small trailers anymore. They're like the 2,000 and 4,000 liters.
Oh God, no.
No, I mean for like smaller farms. But they also have like a bunch of like weird trailers. Like that. I mean, it's a side dump, but it's like a semi-trailer that only holds 16,000 liters.
Where was that trailer parked?
I parked it in a tree.
Oh, I'll be using lots of helpers, Lifehawk. There's no way I'm getting all of this done. In fact, instead of bumping to my normal 5 times speed, I'm only going to go 2 times speed. Yeah, you parked it in a tree? That would not surprise me at all. Oh, okay. The other part of the farm is down this way.
Because actually, I know that happens actually a lot where farmers do park equipment all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
That tractor looks like the wheels are smaller than they should be for those flaps. Or guards, we would call them.
It's Friday. It's Friday night. It's Sharko driving night.
You crash into a gate. Good job.
That's the cow. Okay, that's why I wasn't finding it. I was sticking to that one area. The cow barn is right back there. There's that tiny trailer. I remember you talking about that, Eric. Saving up for a bunch of stuff like that. That'll be cool. You're gonna love it. Psycho Kid, I've been on this map for exactly 33 minutes. So I don't know yet, buddy. Give me a second and I'll look at some menus and see if we can't sort it out for you.
I mean, you can always place sell points.
That's true. You can't always place a sell point. There we go. Man, that's a big field. Nothing says realism like a 9-hour harvest. It's not going to take 9 hours. Lightfox has enough energy for any 6 people, so anything that takes more than 5 minutes, he gets very bored and impatient. Oh, and this is barley, actually. It's not wheat, it's barley.
Oh, really? They look very similar.
Now, wheat is a lighter color.
Well, if you didn't have two comparisons.
Barley is a darker brown.
So the field across from you, 6, is full of wheat.
Yep. So I've got wheat and barley coming out.
Apparently, I'm a driving instructor compared to Wet Coaster.
I saw that. We're going to be in for some... Yeah, Wet Coaster is joining us on Sunday. He was one of our raffle winners, and he's finally decided to come in and join us, so be looking for that. Michael Villafana, welcome to the stream, bud. Oh, Wednesday night, guys. Farming Sins got a hold of us after the stream and let us know that we raised $250 to help his family out. So kudos to the Harv's World folks who are joining us. You guys are always so incredibly generous. And, you know, one stream, $250 to help him out. And then I wanted to mention this too. John Howarth, he's a gentleman who drops in from time to time, has been following Harv's World for a bit. He plays on some other games, first-person shooter type stuff. I want to say he's in maybe some kind of a league or pushing maybe almost the professional gaming circuit on something. I believe that's what he told me. But anyway, the folks that he plays with have been pushing to collect monies for Farming Sins also, and I believe their most recent collection came up to about $187. So the farm sim community is really, really doing great things for one of its own, and I am so, as I always am, but I am so impressed by everybody and how generous they've been. I mean, I know Farm Sim has a great community, there's no doubt about that, but you just continue to prove it more and more frequently. Oh, and I was gonna check something for Psycho Kid. So, furniture. There is no sale point for furniture. That means you would have to place your own sale point. You have to place your own sale point for furniture. That's the answer to your question, Psycho Kid.
Psycho chicken.
I have some decently or somewhat good news.
Uh-oh, what's up?
I am now wired instead of wireless for internet.
Oh, well, I didn't know you were limited to wireless. I thought you were wired the whole time, just at a very slow speed.
No, I was wireless. I don't think it'll be that much faster, but it's surprisingly made my upload faster. So, take that.
Wow, that's quite a range. Michael was at 79 degrees Fahrenheit today, and Jordan was minus 31 Celsius.
Ooh, that's cold.
That's bloody cold.
Thinking for us Canadians, that's cold. Or at least where I live.
Yeah, at least it wasn't minus 31 Kelvin.
Um,
You can't. There is no such thing as minus 31 Kelvin, but still.
I hope not.
Anybody who doesn't know what Kelvin is the scientific measurement of heat and cold, and 0 degrees Kelvin is it's considered absolute zero, and they call it absolute zero because that is the temperature at which all molecular activity stops. It's so cold that even molecules can't move around. You can't go below absolute zero. That's why it's absolute.
It's actually impossible to hit absolute zero.
Nothing is impossible. Minus 31K is the rating on how cool Kevin Bacon is in Footloose. The best movie I ever saw with Kevin Bacon in it, and this is my own personal choice, was a movie that nobody saw except for me and about 4 other people, and it was called Pirates, but it was spelled with Pyrates, and it was starring him and his future wife at the time, Kira Sedgwick, and they had such a combustible relationship that anytime they got busy, they would start a fire.
Family friendly.
What?
I was saying family friendly.
I know. Is getting busy not family friendly?
I was.
That's why I paused for a moment. Like, anytime they got, yeah. Ye Gamer, it's called Impromptu because there's about a 50-50 chance that it will not happen. It's a stream that I don't plan. It's not scheduled. You know, it's Friday night. I've had a long week at work. I just want to get on and chill, and sometimes it's nice just to hang out with you guys and chit-chat on a Friday night. So that's why I call it Impromptu. Even though it's kind of happened so frequently that people are getting to a point where they expect it. There was about a 84.3% chance it was not going to go off tonight. I was really leaning against just going to bed. Oh, okay, fine. We'll give him credit for Apollo 13. Jeez. Exactly, Wet Coaster. Anytime they would get together to paint the walls in a room, they would start a fire. Now I've got to go figure out where the silo is on this farm.
I was gonna say you could use the map.
That's too easy. That's a water tank. Oh, it's right there. That says silo 1. Does that mean there's more than one? I don't know. I'll tag it.
That just means it's the first one placed.
Now, tagging it should mark the exact location where I need to tip in. Here's hoping.
Oh, Caveman's in chat. Hello, Caveman.
Oh, and that's right. Caveman's been playing this map. He was really I forgot about that until just now, but he's loving this map. Big fan of Colmston Farm. a silo you have to back into. Nah, impromptu just means that it's not planned. It's just something that goes. That's just kind of the very generic definition of the word impromptu.
Wait, are Sharko and Caveman
Are they what?
members?
They're admins. They can join any channel because they have to be able to manage the channels in the Discord.
I know. I was just asking if they remember.
They are not members. They don't need to be members because frankly they do so much to help the channel already that membership would be redundant for them.
I'm actually curious now what would happen if we tried to become members.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't think the Discord would. Because I just know the Discord automation or whatever.
Discord
I don't
wouldn't
think that
care.
messed anything. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think that'd make a difference.
How many Fridays have I missed in the past 3 months? Exactly 1. 2, because I think I actually did a Friday instead of or I did a Saturday instead of a Friday. Oh, nice, Psycho. Psycho Kid. Bradley Powell, welcome to the stream. How's it going, bud? Oh, well, there we go. Sharko's now a member. A member and a helper. He's a helper member. Thank you, Sharko.
There we go.
Stream.
I'm now green. I'm a green moderator.
You've only been around here for 1 month.
Yeah.
Hey, we got our first gold member tonight. Eric Kuntz, man. Mr. Kuntz for the win.
I've actually been wondering, do you have to like hit a certain number of subscribers that like to be able to have members?
Yes.
1,000, isn't it?
I think it's when you get monetized you can start memberships. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go in search of the shop. Doing all right, Bradley. Doing all right.
I need to get back to the street. There we go.
So now if you type in chat, or I was gonna say, are you gonna be green or blue? I would imagine blue would override the green.
Let's see. Oh, I'm still blue.
Abadita. Wow.
That's right. Caveman's been around so long he doesn't need a color.
Okay, yeah, we both need a custom color or something. I don't think that's possible, but
Do you remember how many subscribers Arv had, Darko, when you joined?
I think we know I know the exact date. It was like the August 13th or something like that.
That was the day before my birthday.
Oh, wow.
That's why he did hit hard.
Is that right? He was upset because Caveman got a shout out on, it was episode 7 of Off the Grid. Off the Grid had just started. And Caveman got a shout out, and then he joined a couple of episodes later, but he didn't get one. And I was like, dude, you know, to get a shout out, you have to allow your name to be seen. I'm like, if I can't tell who joined, there's no way to shout them out, is there?
Nope.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't find the episode where you shouted him out.
Yeah, I don't think I was ever shouted out until I think I was on, I think it was the very first Decade server was the first point you've ever mentioned me.
Probably.
Like, I don't think it was like, oh, I think it's just because I was a member in Discord.
Farm sim and mod conflicts are just a flat fact of life, Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And yeah, these guys don't need custom colors. Although if Sharko had a custom color, I know what color it would be.
Late.
It would actually be 2 custom colors.
I wonder what those 2 custom colors would be.
Black and blue.
Did you beat him?
I mean, it's kind of my logo.
Well, Lifehawk, the whole shouting out thing ended about 5,000 subscribers ago, if not more than that. It was something I did when I had less than 100 subscribers. So, you know, channel building, all of that, and it gets to a point where you just can't keep up with it anymore. I'd record a 30-minute video just rattling off names now. That's right, Wet Coaster. If you don't have a mod conflict, you're just not trying hard enough.
I feel like some of the other YouTubers I've seen their Patreon. I think one of the YouTubers I watch, he's got like 5 or 6 clips in the video to just scroll all the things on his page.
Your mic is noise canceling you, Ben.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
I
I don't know how much you heard of it, but
we're
basically
we're losing a lot of what you say.
well, that's just obnoxious.
You can turn this sensitivity down in Discord, I believe.
I boosted him in Discord also, and he's just being noise canceled.
Yeah, so then, but you can lower the like the point where it cancels the noise in Discord. It's in the settings.
Nah, if Sharko had a custom color, it'd be black and blue.
It'll be more of a cyan blue, but
I think that was just obvious. I don't.
that is actually my like colors in my well, I guess it's more of a gray, but my logo.
Oh, Harley, shame on you. You're gonna be like that. You're gonna be like that, Harley.
Yeah, I didn't get a shout out ever. So
I'm his nephew and I didn't get a shout.
That's
I think
right.
the first stream you were in, I think you did.
Well, I mean, he said that's my nephew.
Well, in streams, everybody has to know by now that you get a shout out from Harv if I can see you chat in the stream.
That's true.
Right.
It's a fact of life.
Is this any better, by the way? I went in and turned stuff off.
It's a little better. You might boost your volume a little bit if you can. I've turned you up already on my end, but you are awfully soft. Exactly, Lifehawk. I have been talking to myself. How are things going to go when we try to do your tutorial sessions? This is a good time to dial you in. See, look at this tree canopy as you're driving down this road. How cool is this? Worker E has a full grain tank. OMFG. There's only one downside to this farm so far, and it's I get stuck with these 2 John Deere tractors. I guess I don't have to be stuck with them, but... while I'm here, I should go ahead and pick up the traditional 9M in crimson and black. And I know this says 320 horsepower, but I don't care.
I paint my tractors apparently blue, so they just blend in into the water, so you don't know if I sink them or not.
I was actually working on the Blame Sharko T-shirt tonight a little bit. It would be funny if that becomes like the top selling T-shirt of all time.
It kind of would be.
Hashtag BSC. Funny thing is, it probably would. So, where did you and Ed go to dinner, Ben? Let me guess. Mexican food.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out what to do. But we went to Riviera Maya.
Gotcha. Oh, I don't want a baler. I do want a forage wagon if I can afford it. Because a new mod came out this week that I am itching to try. And yeah, I'm cutting through my fields. Deal.
I am too, caveman. He has 2 of them.
I know I do have to. I'm trying to get my equipment in order first. I'm selling off because I've sold my cultivator, I've sold my seeder. I need to replace both. I just replaced one with the plow, but I still need to replace the other one.
It's almost as if you sold both John Deeres, you could buy the 1050.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have the money to. I'm telling you, with as big as these bloody fields are, I'm thinking having 3 or even 4 tractors is going to be necessary. Like, this is helper central here.
Yeah, you got a point there.
And I've got to figure out, I want to figure out how these fields are going to be in rotation. There's a ton of grass that can be harvested. There's a lot going on here.
Oh, I found something out apparently about Toronto. An interesting fact. I don't know how true it is, but I looked it up and it also said it online. Toronto has the longest street in the world.
Wow, if you look it up, I think Paris has like the shortest street in the world. Paris,
Yeah.
for being a major capital city, has no stop signs.
Yeah, they have roundabouts.
Up until like 3 years ago, they were noted for having 1 stop sign. Now they have no stop signs.
Well, here's the thing. I know this too. In Europe, I don't know if this is true, but I've heard it. Stop signs aren't really, people don't usually stop for them, like, at all, just because they're so not common.
That seems like a big exaggeration to me.
Like, people do still stop it sometimes, but, like, it's just not a big thing, so it's not common.
Roundabouts haven't been around for that long.
Since cars have in Europe, they have been roughly. States definitely no. Even though it was an American who invented the roundabout.
It's not, Eric. It's a one-times map. Just a standard size map. It feels big, though.
I think it feels big because there's like the whole or the whole map's covered in fields. And no like hills or anything.
They are very, very tight fields. This is based on a real-life location, too. Harley, what are you cringing about now? Harley likes to send me messages in Discord sometime with these sort of off-the-wall questions like, Harv, what was your favorite type of horse in Red Dead Redemption 2? And then I've got to go back and look at the game again because it's been so long since I played it. And I feel like if I answer wrong, I'm going to get the baseball bat, so...
Yes, Lifehawk is right. Young Street, or Yug Street. I think it's Young Street.
Young Street is only the longest if you add it to Highway 11.
It used to be Young Street, but they changed the name. So, as I said, it's now like controversial if it's longest or not. It's not the longest road because highways are a lot longer. I just know it's apparently the longest street. I don't know what the difference is, but
Oh, I love those kind of questions, Harley. It actually makes me go back. Honestly, top 5 games of all time for me personally, Red Dead Redemption is at least number 1 or number 2. Love it, love it, love it. It's just been a couple years or better since I played, so I couldn't remember it. I think it was the Nokia, something like that. I can't remember. I told you what it was. I'm not making fun or teasing you, Harley. Not at all. I'm just making conversation after a few lovely, lovely chats with Adolphus Coors. You're next, Mr. Baylor. Get out of my life. I can understand why you like this so much, Caveman. This is a really nice map, actually. I could probably get a little bit hooked on this. It reminds me of, oh man, what was that map? Shoot, no, it was the second map I played, I think. What was the name of that thing? I think it was the first map on the World Tour, actually. After Pacific Northwest. And I said it was Scotland.
ooh.
What was the name of that bloody map? I never played the first one, Paul. I loved the second one. The second one was really, really good. The third one, however, blew my socks off. Which is really technically the second one.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Because the first one was called Red Dead Revolver. The second one was Red Dead Redemption, and the third one is Red Dead Redemption 2. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is the one that just totally knocked it out of the park for me. Let's see. So we've got a roller. I need a mulcher is one thing that I need. So I guess I should pick that up next because I'm going to need that before I actually need the... And for my money, the Dalbo is still the best bang for your buck. That's it, Caveman. Thank you, Dalton Valley Farm. Yeah, this map has a real Dalton Valley, although it does remind me of Chellington Valley quite a bit too.
Oh, well, that's annoying.
What?
I just bought a corn header, and the corn header doesn't fold.
What map are you on?
Oh, Hope Aileron.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, apparently it doesn't. The header doesn't fold. Well, that's annoying.
What kind of, what brand is it?
Boss.
I thought the only folding corn headers anyway were generally the, oh, you know that sort of generic brand?
That's fair, yeah. The Calipello? Or
Capellos, yeah.
Capello. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Uh,
The small one apparently folds, just not the big one.
not Dalton from Roadhouse. Why, yeah, now that you mention it, Dalton from Roadhouse. That's exactly what I was thinking. No. Dalton Valley Farm. Because I heard Daggerwin say he did like a map tour of it, and he said it reminded him of Scotland. And so from that, it became the first leg of the world tour, and it was and I considered it going to Scotland. Oh, I played that too, Paul. I played the Red Dead Nightmare edition, the zombie edition. Oh, I agree, Bruce. I agree. Man, it's the only video game to date that has almost brought me to tears at the end. And I'm not even exaggerating. It was just like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened, and this is happening, and oh my god, this is terrible. And oh, your friend? Yeah, your friend is trying to get in Royal Canadian Mounted Police. He's going to Saskatchewan for 6 months, Jordan. And he's leaving
cool.
on February 24th. That is cool.
Those aren't easy to get into. I don't know of any of the base game sheds that have an error. I have no clue. I guess you have to check your mods and make sure, or verify your folder and make sure that it's or all your files are intact.
Now that's good to know, Caveman. Because of the misshapen fields, and it's because I mean the fields are obviously very odd shaped, lots of tight hedgerows, things like that. Caveman went ahead and installed Courseplay, and he's not having too much trouble with it.
Oh, too bad. I feel like the workers should be able to do course play, or like you can set like paths for them. Should have been a feature that Giants included.
Yeah, if they're going to have preset paths that they follow anyway. It's not like the code isn't out there as it stands. Three simple rules. One, never underestimate your opponent, expect the unexpected, and take it outside. Somebody's already built an auto drive network for this map. See, I've been avoiding course plan auto drive so far just because I don't have time to rebuild a map when it trashes it. And they're very beta right now, both of those. Courseplay could be kind of alpha, actually. Well, if it says it has errors, Bradley, but you're not having any troubles, I would just leave it alone. I don't even want to know how... Where's the closest place to sell straw, by the way? Is there more than one place to sell straw? Because there's no way I can put all this straw in a silo. Oh, there's 4 places. Bale, sell point, bale. This all says bale, sell point. I wonder if it'll even let me sell loose. And of course, it's all the way down the road. So that is going to be an important purchase. 56. 50 for 131. See, this is odd too. Stevie says he's got this will go up to 240,000 liters, but I don't see any way to expand the literage.
We have our second gold.
Oh, Mr. Swede. How are you doing, Mr. Swede? And yes, we have 2 gold members in the chat right now. Outstanding. You guys rock. Alright, I'm going with this thing. I'm going to put the silage additive tank on it too. See, this right here is why I'm not just selling tractors and buying other equipment. I knew this forage wagon was going to be bloody expensive. Yeah, Paul, somebody was asking me one stream if I was planning to do anything on the construction map, and I specifically said nope. It didn't seem like something that I was going to enjoy. I'm sure there are plenty of people who will, but for myself, I was like, I'm not terribly impressed, so... Well, I hope you had a good day at work, Mr. Swede. Yeah, this map does look interesting.
So sweet, didn't even realize you had a new icon.
You do, Mr. Swede. You've got the 6-month membership icon. And I told everybody early on, and I don't know if Ben, like, his microphone he didn't get it worked out, or are you still there, Ben? Apparently not. But I'm in the YouTube members Discord chat channel. Anybody who wanted to join me on Discord who's a YouTube member, I wanted to chat for a little bit, you're welcome to join me.
Mm-hmm.
Sharko decided to join me.
I did.
Sharko's still green. Oh, we forgot to say welcome to the green machine. Wrong button.
What, 6 more months until I'm gold?
6 months until you're gold. You have, Mr. Swede, you have. Well, let's put it this way. There's a reason that you and Eric are the next two members to get characters on Haute Baileron. Because you guys have been around the longest. I need to start working my way through the list of people I promised that to. Really? You're full already again?
Oh, there's Wet Coaster. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. No. This is family friendly.
Yeah, sorry, it's messing me up here.
It happens.
Yeah, but I'm getting sound out of 2 places.
Ah. I've got the t-shirt for that.
I think the next logo, is that the one holding up the world, or?
No, I think the next logo is just a full-blown Harv's World traditional logo. Like you graduate to like a full-blown Harv's World, and that's at 1 year, and then at 2 years you get Atlas holding up the Harv's World logo. Which I can't remember who suggested that, but that was such a great idea.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah, the 12-month is the Hartsfield logo, and then the 24 months is it being held up.
The Atlas Harv's World logo.
Does that mean I have? I do. I didn't have access to this before.
What?
I posted it in chat.
Oh, yeah, the emoticons.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of t-shirt are you looking for, Bruce? I've got lots of t-shirts out there. And there is a t-shirt with the Harv's World Atlas.
I got my sound worked out.
Excellent. How you doing, Gary?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
I think we've got good clear sound on you too, so this should work out fairly well for Sunday's stream. Did you ever get a farm set up on the dedicated server, or were you not quite ready for that yet?
I had one on the dedicated, then I got rid of it. I got rid of it before I left that night.
Oh, okay. God
Yeah,
bless.
I just downloaded all the mods.
I think we've got at least 4 players on there now, and maybe you might be the 5th, so we might be out of farms. We'd only be looking for helpers at this point if you get the last farm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the only farm available as of last time I was on that server was the southwest,
The
which
one
is
that...
my farm.
Oh, okay. Are you sure about that?
I think I might be wrong, but
Because I thought Typo Cobalt just took that one.
oh, he could have.
Look at this. I got 50,000 liters of straw already. And I didn't even make a full pass around the field.
Is the center one still a farm, isn't it? Or I don't remember which ones are which.
The center one was somebody's farm. They left. We cleaned it out. So it's good to go. If somebody hasn't taken it yet, it's good to go.
I'll have to look to see. Yeah, I don't know what farms are available.
Alright, I don't know what else I could do.
Okay, then yeah, nope. Then it's taken.
Hey Rob, how's it going, man? I gotta go try to find this, see if this will take loose straw. If they don't take loose straw, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, we didn't know who owned the center one. That's what it was.
Oh, and I missed my turn at Albuquerque. I'm starting to feel like Clarkson on this, by the way. Except I almost back up better than he does, but not by much.
I don't think he crashed his Lambo.
Oh yes, he
into a
did.
gate.
Yes, he
Did he?
did. Oh yeah.
Oh.
He knocked down several fence posts. Oh yeah, he was constantly doing battle with getting that Lambo around. And then he would get upset because everybody was saying it's too big. Oh, yeah, that sucks, Rob. That totally sucks.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Sweet's been playing ATS. You and Eric, apparently. Eric's been playing some ATS lately, too. Diddley. It wasn't Diddley Squat Farm. It was Diddley Squat, Farm Market, or Farm Shop. Although I love the candles that he made. Making fun of Gwyneth Paltrow. This does feel like a 4x map. Look how far I have to drive to go sell this straw.
Imagine that much detail on like a 4x map. That'd feel massive. Dented the Lambo or dented the shed?
Oh, that's funky. That gate was closed and it let me drive right through it.
Well, that's weird.
Oh, good. It will buy loose straw. Whew. Yep. But then his shepherd, wasn't it his shepherd that took out like a whole big part of the top of the shed at one point? Shepherdess.
Is it chat frozen for me? Oh no.
No, I see it scrolling.
Okay.
Paul, also, just because there's a lock doesn't mean it's necessarily locked to you. The symbology on Discord is a little bit weird sometimes. I've got to do something about this trailer. What do we got for trailers? Oh, I know what we've got. I know what we've got. Oh, but I don't have a semi. Darn it, it's a semi trailer. Weak sauce.
I was gonna say, yeah. Which one are you gonna go for, Harv?
Trailers?
Yeah.
Probably the Schwiedemaker.
I think I'm looking at it. Stream's always like, what, 15 seconds delayed?
Something like that. I've already
So-
bought it. I gotta go empty this, take it to the shop, sell it, pick up the new one, come back, and probably unload the harvester again. Because this 12,000 liter trailer is just not gonna bloody cut it.
No, 12,000 liters isn't enough for you?
No. And that's what she said.
Family friendly.
That's right. Isn't it still family friendly if you let everybody else use their imagination to figure out what you're saying?
I don't know.
What did he mean, Daddy?
He meant that she brought a lot of milk and that he was still complaining that he needed more milk.
It's a girl farmer. The girl farmer said she needed a bigger trailer.
Right. Okay, Sharko hits water, I hit signposts.
At least your tractor should plow over signposts.
Not anymore. Fs19, there wasn't a signpost that was left standing most of the time. On 22,
Yeah,
they all have collisions, it seems like.
Either they have no collisions or they're solid.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Rob. It's okay for now. We'll make do. We do need a crash counter button, Caveman. Needed one for a long time.
Oh no. We need multiple crash counters. One for me and one for Harv.
I've got ATS, Eric, and I've played it a little bit.
Crashing doesn't add to the vehicle maintenance, does it?
It's supposed to.
Oh.
Like it will increase the amount of damage that you take.
No wonder my bills are so high.
No, your bills are high because the damage right now, and Fs22 is completely broken.
Is
And it sucks.
owning a tractor for 1 year, you need to repaint it and completely repair it. It's a new engine and everything, apparently.
And Gary, if you haven't already, have you guys talked to Gary about getting him the mods and stuff for Sunday's stream?
Yeah, I downloaded them a little while ago.
Oh, okay, great.
That should be all of them.
Well, if you use our mod for vehicle damage, Gary, you're going to see your vehicle damage costs come right in line. You'll never complain about them again.
It's on the base map, right? For Sunday?
Yeah, just down Creek.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Okay. The CFL Saskatchewan Roughriders established 1910 fan. I'm just going to call you CFL, bro. That's a mouthful. Anyway, how you doing? Good to have you with us from Western Canada, Saskatchewan. I've been to Saskatoon, man. I've been there. Yeah, I figured you were a fan. I got to tell you, CFL, I appreciate you telling me that your name is Travis, but trying to keep track of whose name is what based on who they are. And I mean, I've got dozens of people. It's so impossible to keep track of everybody now. It's like, and then some people log in on names that aren't theirs, and they're like, but my name's Ethan. Like, but it says you're Christine. No, my name's Ethan. Oh, you know what I did?
What?
This stupid trailer will only haul forage. Grass, straw, hay, that kind of crap. So I just bought a trailer for nothing. I guarantee it.
Yeah, you did. You did. Grass, sugarcane, wood chips, straw, silage, hay, and cut beets.
Mm-hmm. Harv. That's a good way to throw good money after bad.
Mm-hmm.
Is this any better?
It's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
As long as your sensitivity's not too low or whatever.
Well, I've got my system volume set to 100 for the mic, and the input/output for Discord is set to max, and I've unplugged my speakers, and so I don't know what more I can do.
It's
Harv,
definitely better.
Look at the Fortis.
Alright, let me get this piece of crap back down there and lose money on it. Oh, I hate it when I've done this before and I know better, but I'm too busy chatting and playing at the same time.
Fortis will hold everything.
Well, how big is it?
45.
And how much is it?
68.
And
But
is it a tipper or is it a pusher?
it's a pusher. But it holds everything. You can even equip it with a manure sprayer on the back too.
No, I don't want that.
It is an extra 20 grand, so.
Hmm. You say Fortis, I say Roland. Maybe. Are you talking about a base game trailer?
Yeah, it's a base game trailer. It is literally 68,000 exactly.
I see a Fortuna. That's the wrong. Oh, no, that would work. I don't see anything that says Fortis.
It's you had it clicked on it. Fortis. It's right next to the Wilson trailer. It's also known as Farm Tech.
You just went by Wilson.
You know, Sharko, some days.
Go to your left.
I found it because he was telling me it was a Fortis trailer. It's a Farm Tech trailer.
I was going by the name of the thing, not the brand.
Who goes by the name of the thing? Everybody calls it by its brand name. Seriously, dude. Anyway,
There's
yeah.
multiple of names for trailers.
There's a difference between brand name and... Oh, never mind. It's like... Oh, it's over by that Impala. What Impala? The Chevy Impala. If you just said it's over by that Chevy, there would have been no question. What's the boldest name in the shop? Farm Tech. If you do a search for farm equipment, what do they list it under? Do they list it under the name of the type of trailer, or do they list it under the brand name?
Brand.
Exactly. All right. Well, it was a good choice. Anyway, once we finally got there.
It's a pusher trailer that holds everything, so.
Well, Travis, CFL, I don't know anything about Canadian football. So maybe these other guys will get into a conversation with you about it, but I don't even care very much about American football, to be honest. So
I was gonna say I don't know anything about American or Canadian football either, so.
we're computer geeks,
Who was
man.
complaining about people's driving earlier?
It's a new map. I'm getting used to it.
He does take up the entire road.
Trees are trees, regardless of the map.
I was gonna say I think that's common in Europe to
A narrow lane map is not something
narrow.
I've been on lately.
I don't ever see narrow roads.
No, but it's very common in Europe.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I remember driving in Ireland and seeing a sign, "Road narrows ahead." I go, how?
Right?
We have those signs, but it basically means it goes from a 2-lane just to a single lane. But that's still also like.
This is a 1.5 lane. Sorry.
Well, that's,
A 1.5 lane going to a 3/4 lane.
yeah, just watching, Clarkson's farm, it's like, what if somebody comes the other direction? Like, literally, he's taken up every bit. And just like you're seeing here, the whole road is being occupied.
I guess I shouldn't say that. I have been on like roads that are driveways kind of thing, like to parks or things. But not an actual road.
I really should be driving in first person. That's the truth of it.
I mean, you have a steering wheel. It's a lot easier for you than it is for me with the keyboard.
I won't say that it's easier, except for the view, because the trees are in the way a lot of the time, the way things stand right at the moment.
Well, I mean, it's easier than driving in first person with the keyboard, is what that's meaning.
I think I could do either one equally.
Well, I know this much. An ATC, or no, yeah,
ATS.
ATS. There you go. I ain't very good with keyboard.
No, I tried ATS with a keyboard and I quit. I was like, a keyboard will not do this game justice.
No, it doesn't.
So
I went from being a pretty good driver, not hitting anything, to not being able to make corners.
yeah, I didn't go back to ATS until after I got my steering wheel.
Yeah, you need at least either a controller or a steering wheel.
Yep. All right, take care, Travis. Have a good one, man.
I might just need a new headset.
Well, talk for a little bit. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you making like a half a sentence isn't really giving us an idea of what's going on. So if you just talk for a few minutes, if it's still having problems, we'll let you know.
Hey.
And this will help me solve some problems before we get to the whole tutorial thing. So
Right, well, things to talk about.
do I have a fly up my nose?
Weird Al's pretty great. I enjoy Weird Al. He's, in my opinion, one of the greatest artists of our time. Wow, when you're put on the spot, you really don't have anything to talk about.
Oh gosh, talking about putting on the spot. On one of the episodes of, I think no, the first episode of was it Farming Face Off? I was very put on the spot. It's quite funny actually.
Oh, I know what I was going to mention. So Caveman has been working on a ground up mod. Like, and when I mean ground up, he had to build the model and everything in Blender. And then, you know, it's 150% a Caveman mod. There's nothing modified from anybody else. And it's looking pretty darn spectacular. I'm not going to give it away. The one thing that I will say is it's very unique. I've never seen this modded anywhere before. It's a very, very unique mod. It's very, very cool. It's a bit of a specialization. Not something you're going to use every single day. But it will be beneficial if you play a certain way. And he's doing I have been so impressed by. I've got to test it, and I know he's been learning a lot of new skills and techniques in his mod making by doing this. And so I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm sure he's excited about it too.
Gamer wants you to give it away.
I can't remember. Were you even wanting to use mods this time in the tutorial?
Yeah, I've got to figure out which ones are going to help new players the best.
And also to find them cross-platform.
And they do have to be cross-platform, so.
Which I'd say a lot of them are becoming cross-platform.
They are.
As long as they're not like scripts, they're pretty much, I was going to say, going on to both.
I agree with that, Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Alice Chalmers and Gleaner would be fantastic. I like the Gleaner harvesters that we were able to use for a little while on Yukon, but they weren't the best mods, and so we didn't keep them around for very long. But they were cool, something different, you know. So Caveman says he wants me to give it away. So if you guys know the base game trucks, there's this Man 18.5 4x4. This is an agricultural truck, and if you look at the back of it, it's got a PTO on the back of it. It's got hydraulics on the back of it. You can actually pull field equipment with this. You can run this in a field to plow, plant, whatever you want to do. The problem is, in its current form, with nothing on the back axle, it's very light. And so it has horrible traction. It's very, very difficult to control. So what Caveman has done is he has built a weight system. It's a big flat plate weight that fits over this rear axle and attaches to the fifth wheel. And you can buy them from 1 to 5, a stack of 1 to 5, anywhere from 2,000 to 10,000 kilograms, to weigh down the back of that truck so you can more efficiently do field work with it. And actually, can I show them, Caveman? Because I actually think I actually may have it installed by accident. Do I?
I was gonna say, you have an early version, don't you?
Yeah, I've got an early version.
He says
Yes.
yes.
Lift Hawk, if you're talking about the greatest musical artist, that is Weird Al. If you're talking about like what you'd see in a museum, that would be Yoshitaka Amano.
Okay, so if you look in your weights when it's ready to go, this is Caveman's weight. And so you've got a single plate. You can get it in any color you want. And this has a fifth wheel attachment on it. And it will stack up to 5 high. And add 10,000 kilograms to the back of that truck. This is not its final form, by the way. But this is the mod that he has done from the. It's his first ever ground up full blown mod, and I've been so impressed by what he's been able to accomplish in a short amount of time. Modders are so impressive anyway. And I absolutely agree, Psycho Kid. It's the modders that keep this game moving forward, man. It really is. And yeah, Lifehawk's a big fan of the additional settings mod. Hey, Ghost Pepper, no worries, man. It's all good. I needed to turn off to the left here, didn't I? See, I've already moved 100,000 liters of straw, and I've barely picked up any of it. Good God. Yeah, so that Caveman has added a frame, so it will, when you detach from it, it will actually sit on a frame above the ground, so you can back right under it and hook up to it. It's pretty slick, though. If you've ever wanted to do some non-conventional farming, buying a semi with 500 horsepower that can actually do farm work instead of buying a tractor and a truck, that might be the mod for that's actually base game too, by the way. And of course, this bloody straw sail point has to be on the far, far, far side of the map.
Bradley, it's usually R. And I know some of the trailers are seeders are very picky. Planters for seeders are very picky with their fill point. That's why we use a seed tender.
Oh, is the gate actually going to be a gate this time? Yep. It just drove me right through before. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. Now the question is, can I get this guy to drive back to the farm?
No. He's gonna crash.
Probably.
Crash and burn.
I'm gonna pull a Sharko.
Oh, he's done.
I mean, it seems like you're hearing me better.
We are hearing you better.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not done. He's only mostly done. Oh, he's blocked by an object already, and he's only driven for 10 seconds.
Told ya.
So what I was saying earlier was, like, when we were talking about your shout-outs, I was just saying that there are a bunch of YouTubers with Patreons that will, like, list everyone out at the end of their videos. And one of the guys I watch does FPS games. Like, he's literally got like 5 or 6 minutes at the end of his video just to scroll through all of his Patreons.
Oh, wow.
So I was saying you could do that. It was funnier in the moment.
I watched a live one where they do that, and they were fine until they got too much for one guy to read it out in one breath.
Yeah, this guy's got them like, they're not even very large text. And it's just it's like 5 minutes, it's nuts.
That sounds like a lot.
John Deere seeders have to be unfolded a lot of times before they're willing to refill. Let me try something real quick here. Say something, Mr. Corbin, and don't you dare say something. Speak.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism?
Yes.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
That's really
Even
weird
the sound
because
of it is something quite atrocious.
what's really weird is that word is actually went through my head right before you said it.
I mean, we are related.
We're not that related.
I don't know, we're pretty eerily similar in a lot of cases.
Well, that's true. You're boosted pretty good now. I think you guys should be able to hear him a lot better at this point. Paul is asking, is it going to be for all platforms? Plan is to bring all the mods I can do. Yeah. Oh. Okay, this farm is not necessarily easy to get started on. I have to say that. And the real question is can I find a way to sneak over into this wheat field or not?
I
Probably
would say
not.
no.
Ha! O ye of little faith. I think they can hear you now, Ben, because Harley just said, "Good evening, Mr. Corbin."
Ah.
I've got you
Good
maxed
evening,
out
Harley.
on. I've got you maxed out on Discord now, so.
Yeah, I may just need a new headset because, like I said, I've got like all of my stuff maxed, and it's been a problem for a while.
Alex, welcome to Harv's World. Thank you for subscribing. From the Ukraine.
I don't think we've had from the Ukraine yet.
Let me say this right up front, Alex. Stay safe, man.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
I know border tensions are high over there right now, so stay safe, my friend. Eric. They're not John Deere's, they're Dear Johns. Get a case. Oh, you guys kill me sometimes. Alright, I gotta get one headland off this field and then I can hopefully switch over and put a helper back on this. Since I'm not playing seasons, though, I should be able to plant anything, anytime. So I'm not in a huge hurry to get crops back in the field.
You have withering turned on or off?
Off.
Then it doesn't matter at all.
We don't
just know
need
that's
no stinking withering.
So you just know that some crops take a very long time to grow.
Well, I found out something today that sugar beets are actually considered a cover crop at some point.
Really?
Yep.
Plant French toast.
There are many times. I mean, wheat, barley, and oats can be considered cover crops.
That's true.
Because
Yes, I have ghost pepper.
because technically they're just grasses.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the plug tonight.
Are you taking off, Gary?
Yeah. Yeah, I got some stuff I gotta do tomorrow morning.
All
Early
right.
tomorrow. So.
Well, have a good night, man. And if we don't see you before, we'll talk to you on Sunday.
Yeah, take care, guys.
All right.
You too.
That was Wet Coaster. I know we're calling him Gary, but in chat, he's Wet Coaster, guys. And he was one of our raffle winners, and he's going to be with us on Sunday. Sunday.
Next on Harv's World 98.7.
No.
Ooh, the Dulcifar tractors have a lot of detail in them.
The Dulcifar tractors.
Hmm.
Now, that's a good point, Eric, actually. Instead of just wasting the tops on your root crops, you could
That
actually
makes sense.
mow them and maybe even, well, I think they're too stubby to bale. You couldn't get a good bale out of them, but this is one of the problems with European maps, is the fields are so tight and irregularly shapen that you really do end up with a lot of windshield time.
That's a lot of those fields will look very similar to the way they are up here.
Oh, there's plenty of fields like this in the States, too.
They don't usually have hedges though on the edge. They're usually a fence or trees.
Right. I'm still impressed by just how big these starting fields are for this farm, though. I'm reasonably sure I could sell at least one of these for close to $500,000.
Do they ever allow people to have mods for like clothing and stuff for characters?
Fs19 had a little bit. Like occasionally you'd get a hat mod that would come out, but they usually weren't very good mods.
I don't think there's a mod yet for anything like that.
But
Now
now
need to have like an emote mod.
it'd be kind of neat to have a bloody Fent hat mod. If only somebody could figure out a way to make a Fent hat.
I don't know who you're insinuating.
Well, the fact that Giants has Fent tractors and they've got 2 John Deere baseball caps but no Fent baseball cap. When everybody knows the real green is Fent, not John Deere.
I wonder if that's like a marketing type deal.
It's actually a contractual type of deal.
Well, yeah, just that's what I meant. Like they have an agreement with John Deere that they won't have any Fent hats because, you know.
I don't think John Deere would specifically target Fent necessarily, but John Deere is obviously the premium brand for FS games. Giants does contract with these farm equipment producers. Yeah, I know you're full. I haven't even emptied the barley yet. Oh, I know, James. I'm just starting this map, brother. Just starting. I haven't even cleared my fields for the first time yet, and I am going to do. I'm going to be doing a bunch of silage, but I'm not going to be using a bunker silo. No, thank you. There was a mod drop this week that I'm jonesing to try out. And it ain't no stinking bunker silo.
I think I know what it is, but mostly because there's not much options left.
See, the real problem here is it's the John Deere tractor. I'm telling you right now.
Mm-hmm.
If this was a Fent, this trailer would have been backed in there already.
Oh yeah, totally.
So are John Deere actually like in real life for farming? Like, are they actually considered some of the best, or are they more like the name brand that's kind of sold out and that's not really that great anymore?
They're the dominant name brand in farming
Yeah.
equipment.
I know for repairing yourself, they're the worst.
Whether
the worst.
it's personal preference, and in the United States, there's a big battle. It's the battle between green and red, and it's Case and John Deere, and it's just personal preference, really.
Well, I thought I saw a while ago that farmers were actually fighting pretty hard for the right to self-repair on stuff.
Yes, John Deere basically means you can't do anything to your tractor. Otherwise, it avoids warranty.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
to be fair, most manufacturers have gone that route.
Oh yeah. I watch a mechanic on YouTube, like Raymond's car repairs or something like that, and he has one of those code things that reads codes off the car. And I was like, oh, I want to look that up to see how much they are. Maybe I'll get one because that's pretty cool. And I looked at the price tag. It's like $2,500 or something crazy like that. I was like, nope.
You can
Uh-huh.
actually get like surprisingly cheap ones that can connect to your phone and all that.
Yeah, but they're not as good. Like, they don't give you as much info. It's, like that
There's
thing
some,
has.
at least from what I know, there's some that are actually really good.
That's right, caveman. Red till I'm dead, black smoke till I'm broke.
I am any color. No, I'm Vultra.
Just
But
to be different.
I like Vultras just 'cause I can paint them. That's one
Oh,
of the
don't
main reasons why I fell in love with them.
Oh, look,
don't say that, Jordan.
this fool didn't even make it out of the out of the bloody animal dealer.
Harb doesn't want to transfer water anywhere, even if it's for spraying.
Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind hauling water for a good reason.
Well, that would be cool if you could actually spray
Well.
water onto crops and add like fertilizer state.
I'm actually surprised they don't
What?
have watering in the game.
Watering in the game. You know
Well,
what?
like setting up sprinkler systems and.
Oh, pivots and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could totally use a sprayer though to do that.
Yeah, but Jordan was talking about they have a old GMC green truck that they use with a water tank to spray.
Oh yeah.
Water.
Well,
Tell
all I can say is watch Clarkson's farm and see how well that whole spraying water on the crops did. Yeah, he pulled 4,000 liters. It was gone in about a minute and a half, and he'd barely touched anything.
oh
But
yeah, no, that
if you're going to water crops, you need some kind of irrigation system, pivot system, walking irrigation, whatever.
it'd probably be the most efficient. But I've actually seen big, self-propelled harvesters with a tank pulled behind them. I'm assuming that's probably what they would use for water.
A self-propelled harvester with a water.
Or,
So
sorry,
why are you watering something you've already harvested?
Sorry, a self-propelled sprayer that has a tank pulled behind it.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
this is Sharko
for
we're talking
additional herbicide or fertilizer.
I mean, it was a pretty big tank.
Pretty
So I
big,
guess it
pretty
must have been
big
massive
field.
field. You don't have that big of fields up here, though.
Dude, go watch Mike Mitchell.
I'm not saying there's not big fields. I'm just saying around my area, we do not have that big of fields where I think.
So you know every field in a 50-mile radius.
Oh yeah, he's Sharko.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's a lot of fields.
he's parked a vehicle in every lake next to those fields. So
I guess multiple fields makes sense. I guess.
trust me, you are not going to self-propel and water crops. They take far too much water for something like that.
Well, you'd also have to do it like late at night, because if you do it during the day, it could also kill the crops. I know that much too.
That's exactly right, Paul. John Deere, Case, and New Holland, all three of which are American companies, and all three of which are found worldwide at this point. I got to step away for a few minutes, guys. Ben and Sharko are here to have some chit chat with you, and hopefully this harvester will run for a little bit. Anyway, I'll be right back.
All right, who wants to know all the dirt on Harv?
I don't know much about Harv, so at least you're probably nowhere near as much as you do.
Well, I mean, to be fair, so when I was younger, he was a trucker, so he mostly lived out of state. So I usually only saw him when he'd come back to visit. But after my grandma had her stroke, is when he moved back to Indiana to help take care of her, and that was when I really got to spend time with him. So that was high school years. Oh, yeah, I don't really have any dirt like that. He's always been pretty chill. I can't remember if he told the stream or not, but it's the coolest thing. So Harv used to introduce me to a lot of books. Because back then he was into fantasy and I was really into fantasy. And one of the series was called the Belgariad, or Belgariad, or something like that. And I read that and really loved it. And so he ended up showing me. I think he talked about it, but he's got a friend of his in college, or someone, or ex-girlfriend, or something. He actually took a class with the professor that did the artwork for the books that were printed, and so they got an original copy of that, of one of the books for him, and he's got it framed. That is the coolest thing ever.
Everyone loves my radioactive corn.
Radioactive corn. Did I miss something?
If you don't know what that means, I said once that, and this is somewhat true, is the corn that we use today was came about by nuclear testing, by like using radiation, but everyone just likes the fact that I have like glowing corn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that our bananas are different, but that was through
Oh, bananas are just generally radioactive.
well, they did blah, 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 what is the word? Genetically modified.
Yeah, I think they're green. I think originally.
Well, they're green when they're not ripe, but they originally had a bunch of seeds in them.
Yeah, yeah, that's
to
true
the point where I don't. Who else has the? It's not an actual phobia, but they what do they call it? Where it's like tryptophobia or something like that, where it's like dots that are in a tight area are like it makes you uncomfortable and
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. They had seeds in them to the point where it triggers that in me, but.
Well, I mean, it's like seedless watermelon.
I am Ben, aka the nephew, aka No Monorail, James.
Yeah, Ben Corbin in chat, right?
Well, technically in chat it's Benjamin, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, Benjamin Corbin.
Nah, well, no one's ever called me Benjamin. I've been Ben my whole life. Which I think is the case for almost everyone named Benjamin.
I think that is true, actually. I know a few Benjamins that go by Ben. So probably is pretty correct. And then you also have me, yes, Sharko. Well, that likes to crash everything.
So where did Sharko come from?
My gamer tag.
That's boring.
Kind of is. Well, I could say the code does stand for originally, just because I was just trying to figure something up. Kind of actually meant company, like something co, like PepsiCo.
Yeah.
It's just Sharko, but everyone seems to be more going towards Shark-O. Oh.
Yeah, that's true, Jordan. Unless my mom, unless I'm in trouble.
I think everyone that has a nickname would be called by their full name if their family member's angry at them or
I was gonna say, but when I get in trouble, it's Benjamin Christopher Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my no monorail comes from an old D&D joke I heard once, and the idea is that gnomes back in like D&D 3.5 are basically useless, and no matter what class they were. So the idea was you have your half-orc barbarian character that you always had in every party, tie a rope around him, throw them down the hallway and then drag them back, and hey, you got a trap finder.
I guess I could say this. My original username a while ago was actually a name of a bar downtown. But the reason why it was named that is because my dad used to work there, so it was kind of easy for me to remember the name for like usernames and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the name of a bar downtown.
Nice.
I changed it because I'm like, that doesn't quite make sense.
Yeah,
So-
Rob, it's the David Eddings books.
I also have 2 middle names, so it's always fun.
Oh, your parents didn't like you. And, I mean, actually, I don't know if do you guys do Scantron tests in Canada?
I have no clue what that is, so no.
So the Scantron sheet is like you got a bunch of little bubbles. So like you have a multiple choice test. with,
Oh,
A, B, or
yeah, I know
C.
what that is. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh, horrible doing those, right? When they wanted your full name.
Oh gosh. Well, I don't usually spell my middle names. So when I do, I have to double check 'cause I don't want to spell them wrong. Because usually it's on like government paper or something. And I'm like, kind of can't spell my name wrong here.
What are
Yeah.
you guys talking about? This doesn't sound very farming or farm sim or.
It has nothing to do with farming. It's entirely about our names.
Yes,
And
and where our
Scantron.
usernames come from. Yeah.
There's not much I could do to talk about it because you haven't taught me how to play yet.
Well, there is that. And James, I think the question was answered, but that is my real life nephew, Ben Corbin. He's usually in the chats. He's frequently in the chats.
Oh, and D&D may have come up because of my username.
Ah. Gnome on a rope. And for Lifehawk, who was desperate for me to use it, I have been using the real speed mod to collect straw.
No, my 2 middle names are the middle names of my 2 parents or grandpas. That's where the 2 middle names come from.
Well, I know your first and last name. I don't think I know your middle names.
Nope. I don't think I've ever told you. So
You're just gonna make me go Google like crazy until I find out.
the funny thing is my middle names are just so generic. They are very generic. At
Crash,
least up here, they're.
Sharko, Crash, Bandicoot.
You know what? Maybe I should change it to that.
Maybe you should.
Man, I love the Crash Bandicoot games.
Oh, I did too, yeah. Oh, yeah, we also got into books at some point too.
Oh, what's Rob's favorite book series now? I'm curious.
Oh, well, I was talking to them. I couldn't remember if you had talked about that artwork you got in college, or the David Edding. So he was asking if that's what I was talking about, was the David Eddings, the Bulgariad
Yeah.
series.
Maybe I should share a picture of that one of these days.
Oh, you should.
Did you tell him the story, or were you just talking about the Belgariad?
I told them that, like, in college you had him as a professor, the artist, and then it was, I couldn't remember if it was a friend or an ex-girlfriend that actually talked to him and got it for you.
It was a friend who wanted to be an ex-girlfriend.
Ah.
Yeah, the guy who did all of the artwork for David Eddings' books originally. His name is Larry Schwinger, or Lawrence Schwinger. He was my 2D drawing instructor. when I was in art school. And one day he brought in his portfolio to kind of show us, this is what you could do in the future kind of thing. And he flipped it open, and there was like a 20 by 24 full size color rendition of one of David Eddings' book covers. And I was like, oh, it was for Belgarath the Sorcerer, one of the spin-off books. And I was like, you did the David Eddings book covers? And he's like, yep, that was me. And I was like, that is so freaking cool, dude. And of course, I had to tell everybody about it. And they're like, this girl who wanted to be a future ex-girlfriend, when I graduated from that school, she went out and bought me, or she contacted him and said, do you have any drawings left over from that? And she bought me one of the drawings that he had done it was just a pencil drawn drawing before he finished the book cover. So it was pretty freaking cool, I have to say.
I may or may not have tried to steal it when I helped him move.
He may or may not have tried to steal it when he helped me move.
And Dad says so. Yes, I am. And it is interesting that you also named your son middle name after both his grandparents or grandfathers.
That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I actually never knew my grandfathers.
I knew my I met the one technically, but he died a day before my parents' wedding.
Oh wow.
So,
I want to
yeah.
say my mom's dad died before my parents got married, and my dad's father was never in my life. So
Yeah, I don't know if very many of my great grandparents were alive when I was born. Were any of them on mom's side?
we're just talking about grandparents, not great grandparents.
Yeah, but hold on. Your grandparents would be my great grandparents, right?
Yes. And no, I don't think they have been around since you were born.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. None of my great grandparents are around at all when I was born.
That's awesome, Rob. I loved the Belgaria, the Belgaria, the Malorian. I didn't get into his books much after that. Is he the same guy who did Magic Kingdom for Sale?
I never ventured outside of the Bulgarian, honestly. I think because you didn't have the books.
Did you read? You read the Malorian though, right? Which was like the sequel series to the Belgaria.
No.
Oh gosh, you should have.
Did you have them?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you should.
Usually, most of the books I read, you lent me. And you're the one that got me started on the Dragonlance series, which is Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, two of the best authors ever.
I love the Dragonlance series. And where was this guy going? Because he needed to go this way. Oh my gosh.
Remember, I hire all your workers, so...
That's right. Hashtag
He didn't just
BSC.
hire them, he trained all the workers.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did make it back the last time. Hashtag BSC.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, when you basically create more farmland, does that mess with the AI's ability to do the harvesting and stuff?
No.
If you do a very weird shape, it will.
Well, but if you have a very weird shaped pre-created field, it will screw with them too.
Yeah,
What he's
Yeah.
asking is, do they recognize new farmland that wasn't there before?
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I don't think we've done it much of it, but I don't think it makes a difference.
It doesn't make a difference. Like, if you've got two fields and you merge them together, the AI will recognize that there's cropland now between those two fields and will treat it as one field. If you have an open area of grass and you plow it out and turn it into a field, the AI will recognize that that is a field and will work it just like any other field.
Christopher Paolini sounds familiar, Jordan.
Christopher Paolini, I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I'm not sure if I've read anything of his or not.
I liked oh, I can't remember the name of the author now, but it was I can't remember anything now, just shutting up. The Elfstones of Shannara, the Shannara series.
I read the Sword of Shannara.
The Sword of the Shannara was like the weaker one, or the weaker of the books too. I did like the Wheel of Time, but the author was so slow about putting books out, I finally gave up.
Oh, yeah, the Aragon series. Yeah, I've read all of those. The movie was the worst book adaptation I have ever seen in my life, and I wish that they would redo it and do it better, or make a show out of it. Because, yeah, I loved the ending of that, Jordan. It was great. Nice twist on how to handle the bad guy.
Right.
I would talk about it, but I wouldn't want to ruin it for you.
I did like the Dragonlance, Margaret Weiss Tracy Hickman series. The first three books of that series were fantastic, but the best were absolutely the twins.
Oh, yeah.
The books about the twins were just brilliant.
Raceland and Caraman.
Yep.
That just has the best characters. Like, honestly, I really didn't like Stern Brightblade, the first three, but then once you got to the second generation, he became one of my favorites because he's just such a complicated character.
Well, you could say the same thing about Tanis.
You could say it about all of them, really. I loved all of them. Like I said, except Sturm, because he was just kind of, the boring stoic knight. But then they really fleshed out a bit more of him in the second generation.
Well, I mean, you were talking about complicated characters. There's nothing terribly complicated about the gnome. What was his name?
Something Lightfoot or something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it started with a T or...
Gordon Lightfoot. He sang about the Edmund Fitzgerald. Never mind. Bad joke.
I might be too young to get it.
And I have no clue of any of the books you guys are talking about.
The Canadians will get it.
Do you enjoy reading? If you do, then you
I
like
don't
fantasy.
read.
He does
I
not
don't
read.
read, so
Him and Caveman are not readers.
I am not very good at reading at all.
I wonder if they have audiobooks for those.
I'm sure
Well,
they do.
might. Yeah. Just, I'm not a reader. I'm not very good at it. Never have been.
I would be shocked if there aren't audiobooks.
Yeah, fair.
The Kloss, you're right, James. The Kloss Combines do look really, really good.
They're my favorite. Glosses are my favorite.
And all of a sudden, I always talk about we're not turning the stream into tech talk, and now we're turning it into geeky fantasy book talk.
Well, someone brought up L.O. Stein, so they're talking about, child horror.
R.L.
Yeah,
Stein.
There's
Yeah,
been
didn't
no
he do
mention.
Goosebumps?
Oh, I know the Goosebumps.
How about
Goosebumps?
Goosebumps?
Nah, specifically Ghostbumps.
Oh, well, okay. If it's the Ghost Bumps.
It's when you're so ugly that you give, ghosts goosebumps.
Oh god.
I might know something about that.
Oh, you.
How many of my exes have had
He's really
ghost
not
bumps?
that ugly.
He really is.
No, he's not.
There's a reason I don't have a webcam.
Because you're shy. That's
He's-
why.
He's silly.
This trailer is busted. It won't turn back into the shed.
I mean, have you ever seen? Do you know who Fabio is?
I know who Fabio is.
I mean, he's got nothing on Fabio, but he's not. He's certainly not ugly.
He's fugly.
Yeah,
Fashionably ugly.
there you go.
No,
That's
no,
it.
no, no, no.
I'm so ugly, I'm cute. I'm like a pug.
That'd be a Chihuahua to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that'd be a chihuahua.
It was. I think the only thing I know about Bones was a TV show.
Well, and the doctor on Star Trek was called Bones.
Was he?
Yeah.
Which
Bones,
Star Trek?
Bones McCoy.
Was he actually Bones?
Yes, they called him Bones, and they actually made. Did you see the? You saw the new trilogy, right, with Chris Pine and all of that.
Yeah.
They actually made a joke of it in the first movie of that, because when he met Kirk for the first time, they were headed for the training academy, for Starfleet Academy. He's like, my wife left me. Took everything in the divorce. The only thing she left me was my bones. And so that name stuck for him, and he became Bones McCoy the whole rest of the series. They always called him Bones. Always.
You know how long it's been since I've watched all the way through the original Star Trek?
5 years, because you're only 6.
What?
Yeah, I'm the youngest here. I'm probably the youngest in chat, too.
And he's bloody proud of it. Don't you forget that Sharko is the youngest person here.
I don't know if I would say proud, considering I'm not getting half 90% of the things they're talking about. I wouldn't use the word proud.
Well, you knew what a Scantron sheet was.
Oh,
I
Dad.
still use those.
Dad, I don't care either. I really don't. It's just something to, it's a way to joke about yourself and exercise a little humility. That's all.
For sure.
I mean, I'll be the first one to admit I'm insecure, but I'm not quite that insecure. No, that's absolutely true, Lifehawk. In fact, I almost mentioned that, but that's not how he got his nickname. I'm sure that's what was intended originally by Gene Roddenberry, but when the new series came out, they definitely gave it a different reason for him being called Bones.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Well, Lifehawk's right. Back in the day, a surgeon used to be called a Sawbones. That was a nickname for them.
Makes sense.
All I really remember about McCoy was, darn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not insert any other profession here.
Uh-huh. Caveman says, okay, y'all like books, but you have never heard of the Bone comics. A comic's not a book.
Well, I mean, they are called comic books.
He's not wrong. They are comic books.
I realize that. Yes, I'm an
I think
idiot.
if you read-
I'm an idiot. I've never heard of a comic book before.
I think when people say books, they mean novels.
Yeah.
They do mean novels.
How old is Sharko?
Honestly, I never got into comics.
Sharko is 17. That's why he doesn't drink.
I like
I wish
them.
I wish I was 17.
He's only 17.
He was just 17. You know just what I mean. And the way he looks is way beyond compare. Shutting up. Let's see if he can get
Now
there
for
from
something completely different.
That's it. Well,
Quick, what's
if
that?
we're going- if we're going,
here. Monty Python.
You didn't let the chat try to answer. Live Talk
Oh.
probably could have gotten it though.
although they're still going to guess because they're about 15 seconds behind us.
Oh, that's true.
That's exactly right. Dad says so. Sawbones came from the American Civil War because they did so many amputations.
When I can talk. When were they using coke as like actual, like painkiller because it had cocaine in it? Was that Civil War or is it?
They weren't. It was a soft drink that would give you pep.
No, it was Coca-Cola was definitely medicine before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't
maybe.
called Coca-Cola though, but it was the company was the same company that made an actual drink.
It's cocaine
medicine.
cola.
I have said my age before on stream, but I'm a youngie.
Well, how many of you actually read Game of Thrones before you watched the series?
I still haven't read it.
I haven't watched it.
I can't do both. I can either read something and then I can watch something and pick it to pieces because they never really make the movie or TV show the way you remember the books, which Amazon is doing right now to the Wheel of Time. Although it's not terrible, but I can still get pretty freaking nitpicky over it. But if I watch something first, like Game of Thrones, I cannot go back and read the books. And the reason being is because when you read a book, you're sitting there and as you're reading, you're building you're building a movie in your brain. Like, at least that's what happens to me. I'm like, I'm building pictures and images and I know what these people look like, and I, in my head, I know who they are, and then, if you've already had somebody else do that for you, i.e., a stinky old movie director, then the joy of reading is lost for me. I can't enjoy reading something after somebody's already told me what I'm supposed to be seeing. That's just me, though.
I'm not very good at reading, so if I try and read a book, I usually just miss half the actual detail. So, why I usually prefer movies. I mean, my reading's low. I mean, it's not very good at all.
Well, I mean, I started reading about when I could pick up a book. I remember junior high school, maybe even elementary school, when I was in 5th or 6th grade, 10, maybe younger. Like, going to the library after school every day to get new books. And I carried a book with me everywhere I went for decades after that.
Yeah, I think for me it was in maybe elementary school. I remember I broke my pinky playing soccer one day, and I'd have to stay inside. I couldn't go out to recess, so I would go in and grab a book and sit down and read it. So I think that was when I read the Martin the Warrior from the Redwall series, which is Brian Chalk, which is also great. But that was also the point in time when I read The Hobbit.
See, I didn't get to I didn't get to fantasy and science fiction until I was in high school. And I had a friend in high school, and his nickname was literally The Hobbit.
Oh gosh.
And I asked him
He
one
was
day
short or had
why.
hairy feet?
Neither one. It was because he was such an avid fan of The Hobbit.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I wasn't even aware of it up to that point. And I asked him, and I read The Hobbit. The Hobbit was the first fantasy book I ever read, and I was hooked for a long, long time. Now I'm like, I can take or leave fantasy. I don't really care too much about it anymore. But back then,
I know you were a big Civil War buff too.
Oh, yeah. I've seen the Ken Burns Civil War documentary probably half a dozen times. I have the book that goes along with it. One of my exes gave me. Yep. I like World War II a lot too. James would read, but his friends judge him for pulling out a book at the lunch table, so he just uses TikTok.
Oh, no, don't let that happen. That's going to get some of the best reading in.
If you guys all want to know something funny, I went to go ask a girl out once, and she ran out of the room crying.
Why?
This is in high school. I don't no clue. I just know she ran out of the room crying and said "ew" as she ran out.
Oh, that's got to be hard on one's self-esteem. I'm sorry, Sharko.
And before that was like everyone's like, "Oh, what's the worst thing she said?" She says, "No." I don't think that was the worst thing.
No, it can be worse than that. Holy crap, dude.
I mean, I laugh about it now, but it's kind of funny. Like, wow, that was hard. But
yeah, no kidding. Nice.
Funny story now. So.
Nice Canuck, yeah. Rob, I have to agree with you. But beyond The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, I couldn't get into Tolkien much. I really couldn't.
I'm not gonna lie. I could not read The Fellowship of the Ring. I read The Two Towers and I read The Return of the King, but I could not read The Fellowship.
Really?
Yep, could never get into it.
Huh. Then how did you get to The Two Towers if you couldn't read the first book?
Well, I mean, that was around the time the movies came out, so I had seen the movies. So I essentially knew what happened in The Fellowship.
Yeah, I'd never... Well, that's why you'd seen the movies. It's just what I was talking about earlier. Bottom line, once you see the movies, somebody else told you what pictures to put in your head, and it takes the fun out of it.
By the way, this girl that ran out, I had a crush on for 5 years.
Alright, now you're gonna make me one-up you.
Oh, go ahead.
Nah, it doesn't one-up. It just... I mean... I dated when I was a junior in high school. I actually dated her. Her name was Christine? I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. Cared about her, I think he even told her I loved her, and she said it back. But apparently she was talking to all of her friends before prom about how funny it was going to be to break up with me after prom. And during prom we were dancing, and she said it then too.
Wow.
Yeah, and apparently all of my friends knew, and just didn't say anything.
That's even worse.
Let's rephrase this. A lot of people knew who you believed were your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was high school, so that's why I say it that way. Most of them were not actually friends.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, friends that should have told you that.
Yeah. But at the time, you think of them as friends.
I had, an ex of 2 years cheat on me, but I don't take it as bad because I wasn't there. I went away to college. So
What does
it
that
is
have
what
to
it
do with
is.
anything?
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, it's still wrong.
Did you talk about it? Did you say, let's have an open relationship while I'm away at college? Because I know how
Oh no.
hard it's going to be for you to go without my insane bod while I'm gone. So you better go find relief wherever you can.
Oh no. It was I came home for Christmas break, and the 2 days before I went back to college, she broke up with me, and then a day later, she's posting pictures all about this new guy. So, and this was I think the day before New Year's, and yeah.
Let's just call a spade a spade. Relationships can be very, very cruel.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, uh, one girl I dated, I ended up having to break up with her on Valentine's Day.
Outstanding. Good for you.
Well, do you remember? I don't remember if you were here, but there was a year where in Indiana we had a really bad snowstorm, and like so bad that schools were out the whole week. And so I had wanted to break up with her and was going to, but then we were out of school and I didn't have her phone number. And so I don't know, I didn't want to drag it on. I didn't want her to, it was bad. I
Psycho
hated
Kid.
it.
Adjective tanks aren't on cedars, and if you're talking about a liquid fertilized tank, it's liquid fertilizer.
I
and it
can't
will
pick up
fertilize.
this header. Oh, it's broken. That's why.
I was gonna say, it looked like your trailer was broken.
The trailer's broken.
Well, Bradley, Sharko brought up a
No,
bad experience, so we just kind
It's
of
more just meant to be funny. I don't care about it. I really don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point in your life, you know, you move on.
Honestly,
or-
about 6 months, about 4 months after it, I was kind of starting to laugh about it because I'm like, you know what? That's a story most people can't tell. So
I can't tell.
We got Harv. We don't need anyone else.
That's right.
yeah.
Well, I just tell people anymore that my picker is broken, which they always hear wrong. And I have to say, my picker is broken. Picker, P-I-C-K-E-R. But anyway. I don't choose well. I had to do a full-fledged book report on farts due to laughing at a buddy during the 4th grade for farting in class on how a fart is an explosion between the legs. I really hope you included the quote, a belch is just a fart that didn't make it.
I have to fundamentally disagree with that.
Disagree with what?
A fart is an explosion between your legs. Your butt is not between your legs.
You could make the argument that it is.
I'll make the argument that it's not really an explosion. But I still would have loved to read it.
Yep.
A fart from the perspective of a 4th grader. That had to be hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
Your
We've read that.
4th grade teacher has that framed on the wall of her house, and if she's not still around, then her kids have it framed on the wall of their house. I guarantee. Oh, if you do a reset in Calmsden, the reset point is right here back on the farm. He did that. He did that in Chellington Valley also. He set the reset point on the starter farm.
Ghost Pepper, that's terrifying.
dating a girl that had a kid together, and he found out she murdered her ex-boyfriend while they were together, that she cheated on him. Holy crap. Are we going to do the whole one-up I've got the worst horrible girlfriend story ever? I think Ghost Pepper just won.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
You win.
Mic drop.
And honestly,
Yes.
we don't really have any ladies chiming in here, so I'm sure they've got some pretty horrific ex-boyfriend stories.
You know what? That's
I'm sure.
probably true. That's probably true.
Because I think guys are much more cruel than I don't know. I know I can't say that. Girls can be pretty freaking cruel too. It's a tie. People can
Both can be very cruel.
People can be cruel.
Yes.
The sad part is they always seem to feel justified in their cruelty. Come on, John, back that stupid header, broken header trailer thing.
I feel that's the only way they can actually live with themselves and what they're doing is when they truly believe that they feel they're right.
Yeah, well, I've got news for them.
They're left?
Yes, they're left. God.
Well, Ghost Pepper, even if you didn't enter it, I still think you won.
Yep, you win.
Yep.
Hands down. No contest. Ghost Pepper wins.
That's just our way of shifting the conversation to something more pleasant.
Yes.
That's right.
Anyways, I was gonna say the Doltzfars are actually pretty fast tractors.
Deutz. There's no
Deutzfar.
L. There's no L. They're not dolts. They're Deutz.
Deutzfar.
Come on, ugly green tractor. Some women are freaking insane and actually think they're in the right and feel no guilt whatsoever. Oh, look at that. Harley's going for the she's I'm trying to think of a good way to phrase this.
Throwing her sex under the bus?
No, no, I wasn't going to be that harsh.
She's being honest. Men and women both can be equally mean.
Yeah. I was gonna say I can say the exact same thing about some people I knew in high school.
I actually know nothing about sour gum.
I can say the same thing about people I know now.
Well, I don't talk to anyone now other than you guys, and that's not, at least from what I know, not true about you guys.
Yeah, but you're not around when we're talking about you.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
That is a fair assessment.
That is a fair assessment, yep.
Oh, Jordan, that's so unkind. How about sorghum discuss?
Yeah,
I don't know anything about sorghum.
I think Lifehawk wants a total change of conversation.
Harv calls me after every stream to just complain.
That freaking Sharko, I swear to God, if he puts one more tractor in the lake.
Yeah,
No.
I'm surprised they still give Harv insurance. Me anywhere near him.
And you're the one that we keep saying you can't even buy insurance anymore. And you're like, I've got tons of insurance, blah 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 blah. And you're talking about me not being able to get. You're talking about me not being able to get insurance.
Well, you are responsible for it.
Have a kid, after all.
You're of age. You're an adult.
That is true. I don't think there's a place where I'm not an adult.
If I wrote you off as just a kid, you would be mortally offended. You'd be like, I'm not just a kid. I
Hey,
am an adult man and I can take care of myself, Harvin. I don't appreciate 1 second of you standing there acting like I don't count because I'm not as old as your wrinkly butt.
Hey, I'm not a Gen Zero.
Hey,
I
hey.
mean, I am a Gen Zero, but that's okay. That is what most of my friends would say.
I need some verification on this. Ghost Pepper just said I have 22 brothers and sisters. No, my family didn't believe in TV. Sorry, the first part of that, you should have ended with that. That was the height of that comment.
22? I'm not sure that's physically possible without adoption. Please tell me adoption works into this somewhere.
I mean, that is kind of possible. It's 22 years.
That's some superhuman female pumping out babies crap right there.
Yeah.
Like
It is, yeah.
your
Although, to be
your
fair,
mother had a kryptonite womb, man.
if she was just super unlucky and had like quintuplets 5 times,
That's true.
I will say my last name's Corbin, so if you ever meet a Corbin in Indiana, I am probably related to them, and no, I am nothing like them.
Well, here's the funniest thing. My sister goes to school with someone with the exact same last name as us, but we are not related.
Oh, that's always funny.
So, but it's funny because like her birthday was just the other day, and everyone in her grade was coming up to her. Oh, can you wish your sister a happy birthday? And my sister's just like, she's not my sister.
I went to high school with 3 kids, 2 brothers and a sister, all with my last name that were not related to me.
Huh.
James and Travis, and I can't remember who the sister was. Maybe Shannon, something like that.
Oh, okay, that was 2 main family, then stepdad and stepmom.
What?
So Ghost Pepper, parents divorced and remarried.
Oh, okay.
So it was multi-family.
Okay, that makes more sense. Dad's from LaPorte, up north.
Oh, very cool.
And yes,
I
James,
have never been there.
I did say I'm a Gen Z.
Oh, it's possible. I know it's possible, Harley. I'm just saying you better start really freaking young. Really young.
I'm also technically a millennial. Has the same time as a Gen Z.
I don't think you're a millennial, man.
They overlap technically, so.
Well, if you're going to make that argument, I could almost be argued that I'm almost a baby boomer, but not quite, but I am definitely Gen X. The lost generation.
You're over 10 years younger than me, and I'm a millennial.
I would say I am more of a Generation Z, but technically still a millennial. But I would say Gen Z. I would not call myself a millennial.
You're not a millennial, Sharko.
Oh, did I say 0? Whoops.
You did
Sorry,
say
Gen Z.
0.
Sorry. Gen Z.
I don't keep track of that crap. I'm a person. I'm not a label.
I only know because I don't like Gen Z.
I don't.
I don't like my generation at all.
Bradley, is that a joke that you were talking about in high school, but you were a teacher and they were messing with your walker, or am I just not understanding what a walker is?
Everybody got bullied in high school.
Yeah, but he said I was in the bathroom and they were playing with my walker.
I know.
And
No.
they expected
Bradley is handicapped. I'm sure he's talking about a
Oh.
genuine walker.
I did not know that.
I understand. I'm letting you know. I'm not judging you.
That's unfortunate, Bradley.
But Bradley, don't feel bad, brother, because we all got bullied in high school.
If you weren't like the cool kids, pretty sure that's pretty much how everyone is.
Believe it or not, even the cool kids got bullied.
Mm-hmm.
Generally by their parents.
Or by their peers. I mean, the cool kids just thought they were too good for everybody, so...
I mean, I was just going off of Breakfast Club, you know. Which I feel like I don't see get mentioned when we start talking about movies. And, like, fantastic ones. I don't know that I've really seen that mentioned.
That's a fair point. I remember it was my freshman year of college. And I went to the movie theater and I got to watch a double feature of Amadeus, which never gets mentioned either, and is a brilliant, brilliant movie, and The Breakfast Club.
Is that the one with the song, like, Amadeus, Amadeus?
No.
Oh.
It's Amadeus. It's about Salieri and Amadeus, like actual Mozart.
Yeah, okay, maybe, is that the one where, like, he farts at the dude?
Yes.
Okay.
The one where he's this giggly schoolboy kind of guy?
Yes.
Brilliant, brilliant movie. I just ran that whole row of straw and I didn't even put my pickup down. That was good, Harv.
Mr. Holland's Opus as well, I don't see get mentioned too often.
Oh, that's a great movie, too. I love the girl in that.
Oh, what is her name?
Maria Louisa Kelly is the actress. I'm sure that's her name, or something real close to that. Man, she is just so incredibly drop dead pretty.
Oh, that's what you meant by you love her. Okay.
Her and the redhead clarinet player girl.
Oh, yeah.
But no, Maria Louisa Kelly is just wow. If I were Mr. Holland, there's no way I could have said no. Of course, I've never been married and had a kid with somebody, so that, I'm sure, changed his perspective.
If I'm a Gen Z, can everyone guess my age? If you've been around, someone will get it. I mean, I have said it before, so...
That's right, Lifehawk. It was Alicia Witt. And Harley, I can totally see that. Leave me alone, or you're going to walk away with nothing. You're gonna.
Harley, that reminds me of a girl that she did not mind talking. She was very sociable. But I was behind her in the lunchroom. I was just standing up. She was sitting down. And she, just, for some reason, just dropped me to the floor with a swift elbow to the nether regions.
I was very
Thanks
quiet.
For that, Harley.
I was actually very quiet in school because I had no friends. See, Jordan listens. Jordan knows my age. No, I am not 30.
I should have just handed it off to Lifehawk, because Jean Louisa Kelly, that's her name, not Maria. Jean Louisa Kelly. She actually started out as like a Sprint girl, and I remember seeing her on the Sprint commercials as like an operator for a Sprint call center or something like that. It might even have been AT&T. I don't know, but she was definitely. In phone type commercials before she made it as an actress.
I'm looking up. Well, there's a show she was in.
She was in a sitcom for a while.
Yes, dear. I enjoyed that.
No, that's fine, but don't call me dear. That's a little creepy, man.
I mean, there's deers all over 22 now.
I know. I keep trying to run over them. Oh, that's right. She was in Uncle Bunk. She was the little teenage bratty girl. That's right.
Uncle Buck's another great movie.
It is a great. It's such an underrated movie.
I was over at Mom's last weekend, and they were watching. I think it was Billy Madison, And of course, Chris Farley is in almost all of his movies before he passed away. But Mom was like, "Oh, hey, look, it's John Candy."
Nice.
Like, no.
Caveman, that is awesome. In high school, I carried an M16 ammo box for a lunchbox.
No one messed with him.
That is so awesome. The funny thing about that is my dad actually had an M16 ammo box. I could have used it as a lunchbox.
That would have been cool.
That is awesome. 2 a.m. for Cape. That means it's 11 o'clock. Holy crap. We've done 3
3 a.m.
hours.
for me as well.
Yeah.
Man, where does the time go on Friday nights?
I don't know. It feels like it does go a lot faster.
It does go a lot faster.
I think because there's no work the next day.
No, it's definitely stream
No.
related. You haven't been part of the streams yet.
I don't work right now, so
Yeah,
it's not an issue for me.
Sharko's taken care of by his parents.
So you're one of those people that lives in his parents' basements. Okay.
Actually,
Attic.
right now.
Hey.
I just moved to the attic, which is really nice. Way bigger.
Well, every time I haul a load of straw, it's $5,400.
Oh, nice.
I'm not gonna lie, Caveman. I can't imagine that at all.
And I do not live. I mean, technically I do live rent free, but I do work and all that.
14i Doc Martens.
Guys, Sharko said doo-doo. Huh.
Doo-doo. He said doo-doo. Y'all are staying up late, too. That's awesome. Well, that's what's fun about Friday. And there's no structure to it. There's no, we've got to get this done. We got to get that done. It's more just hanging out and talking with everybody, right?
Oh,
Sharka's moving up in the world. Yeah, he convinced his parents to take him in again.
actually, that was my sister. I convinced to get the attic.
Alright. Which sitcom was it? Moving on up.
The Jeffersons.
You're too good.
It was my era. I'm surprised you know what it is.
You know who my other uncle is on Mom's side.
That's a fair point.
I mean, not that he was into the Jeffersons, but he talks about all that stuff all the time. And I have watched it on, what do they call that before they, I don't know, where it had all the old TV shows.
TV Land.
Like, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, and I know your Uncle Ed is a big fan of TV Land. When we were talking on Wednesday, somebody said that they had actually been to a didn't they say they were at a taping of the Howdy Doody show? Because we had this whole long conversation about old TV shows. And I know somebody said that I think it was David Smith, who said he was actually, when he was a kid, had been at one of the tapings of the Howdy Doody show.
Huh.
When I was a teenager, we actually went to see a show called To Tell the Truth being recorded in New York City.
Yeah, I ain't got that one, Lift Talk. Ours might.
Name the spin-off show from the Jeffersons. The spin-off show from the Jeffersons. Well, the Jeffersons were spun off from All in the Family. Don't tell me.
Was the spin-off about his son?
I think if there was going to be a spin-off, it would either had was it the Maid? Certainly it wasn't the one with Valerie Bertinelli, right? Good Times? It wasn't. No, Good Times was not Good Times. Ah, crap. I can't get it. I know the Jeffersons came from All in the Family with Archie Bunker. But I don't remember a spinoff from the Jeffersons. Oh, 4 whole episodes? That's why I don't know what it is. Alright, give it up. What is it? Oh, yeah.
Of course.
And no one should worship a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the evil Mr. Ed. Go straight down to hell and ring the bell, and Satan will tell you that all is well. But you will burn in sitcom hell watching Mr. Ed.
Okay, so there for a second I thought that was actually part of the lyrics, and then I realized.
No, that's from a radio show called Bob and Tom, and they actually did a spoof on the Mr. Ed theme song.
Oh, Bob and Tom.
Called the Evil Mr. Ed. Oh wow, I got a lucky guess on that and said it was about the maid, because she was the most dominant character in that show beyond the Sherman Hemsley and whoever his wife was. They did 4 episodes and she got canceled. She got her duster wiped out. Oh, really? This little tiny one little strip of straw, and I'm not going to be able to get it all in this stupid trailer. Nope.
I don't actually think I've ever seen an episode of Mr. Ed.
You're not
Neither
missing
have I.
much.
Well, doesn't surprise me you haven't, Charco, but
How have you hung out with your Uncle Ed and not seen an episode of Mr. Ed?
I don't know.
Okay, you guys all know Mr. Ed, right?
Nope, not personally.
Well, you know what I mean. What about Francis the Talking Mule?
Nope. No.
He didn't have a TV show. He was in movies. This is a beautiful map, I have to say. The scenery is fantastic. Oxygen David hitting another home run. And I'll bet with those 4K, 4 or 8K textures, it's just even better.
Oh, probably.
Eric, you always wanted to see Sanford and Son live next to Archie Bunker. That would have been brilliant. Oh my gosh, Fred Sanford going toe-to-toe with Archie Bunker. That would be a match made in heaven. Are you being served? I don't remember that one, Ghost Pepper. Oh, the Lone Ranger. Yeah, I remember the Lone Ranger and the Cisco Kid. If you watch the Lone Ranger, the Cisco Kid came on right after the Lone Ranger.
Well, Ghost Pepper, I only know him from Andy Griffith Show.
That was the worst Don Knotts impression I ever heard.
I know, but I went for it.
You did
Gotta
go
give
for
props.
it. I'll give you props for going for it, but don't ever do that again.
As long as you promise not to sing.
Oh, I'll sing all I want to. It's my show.
I can't make that promise.
I'm not the worst singer that ever was. I'm certainly not the best,
No,
but I'm
you're
not the
that
worst.
bad.
I sing
I
better
don't
than I
think-
look.
No. I'm pretty sure
I don't
you
know
sing
about
better than you look.
You've never seen me, Sharko, so shut up.
I've seen the photo once.
No, you've seen a photo. It was a hand-selected photo that's going to make me look my best.
He really doesn't look that bad, Charco.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't.
Hey, Yotes,
No.
happy Friday, bud.
I mean, it's Saturday for me.
That's right, Dad. Francis the Talking Mule got drafted into the Army. It's not Saturday for me yet.
No, it's still what 36 minutes or 34 minutes away.
Something like that. Come and knock on her door. We've been waiting for. I don't think that one sounds familiar. Yeah, Harv equals Fabio, plus 30 years and about 75 pounds. Oh wait, probably more than that. And cut off about 6 inches of hair from my armpits. Oh, come on, that was pretty funny.
I don't think I realized Fabio had armpit hair.
I didn't say cut off Fabio's armpit hair. I said cut off 6 inches of hair from my armpits.
You have armpit hair?
You should know. You have your nose in there often enough. Oh!
Huh.
I mean, if he's going to know, he'd be the only one out of anyone here who would know.
That's a fair point.
Come and knock on our door.
I mean, I think it'd be kind of weird if any of us knew.
Three's Company?
Yeah, they were putting it in chat.
And you're complaining about my singing? Really?
I was in a musical in high school, so you can back up.
I was in a musical in high school too, so you could back up also.
Yeah, but you were terrible.
How do you know? You didn't hear my musical.
I invented a time machine.
Oh, is that right?
Oh wow! And you only used it to go watch Harv.
All right, Dr. Spew. I mean, who?
Just supposed to say, who's Dr. Spew?
His name is not Who.
I know it's not who. It's what?
What about where?
Well, I personally prefer how, so
I mean, who's on first?
what's on second?
I don't know who's on third. We should learn that routine.
No, we shouldn't. There's nothing worse than copying something somebody already did brilliantly.
Oh, it's fair.
Harley's even getting into it now. We'll be waiting for you. You go, Harley. Elizabeth Lift? What? A lifer. It's Saturday with a vengeance for A lifer. That's right. Somebody needs to write these quotes down and bring them back sometime in the future.
Oh,
I
gosh.
don't think I realized Fabio had armpit hair. Yotes was quoting that. You've got your first quote on Harv's World, Ben.
All right. Oh gosh, Ghost Pepper. That's a photo.
It definitely is a photo, all right.
I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah.
That was
Actually
one.
makes me uncomfortable.
That's one of the things I always remembered about Ghost Pepper is how funny he always thought he was.
That's weird. That's what you remember about me too.
That's true. That's very, very true.
And the person who is the third person with us is Harv's nephew.
That's
right?
right. My nephew,
Yeah.
Benjamin Corbin. He hasn't been chat. He's normally just chatting with you guys on text or on, in the chat channels. But tonight I jumped into the YouTube members channel on my Discord server. That only YouTube members have access to, and these guys decided to jump on and join me, so.
Yeah, we're not playing with Harv. Harv's playing solo.
Dad says so. Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company is your cousin?
No way.
If that's true, that is so incredibly cool. And I'm not saying I doubt you. It's just this is the internet, But
Yeah.
that is pretty freaking sweet, man.
That is.
And rest in peace, John Ritter, one of those guys who got taken from us way too soon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Caveman was in chorus for 4 years in high school.
No, Yotes. Who's on first?
I wasn't in chorus, but I was in concert band and jazz band.
Yeah, I was a band
Also,
guy.
I also had my own solo, which is nice.
I was in band, orchestra, and I got scholarships to go to college for playing the French horn.
Nice.
They were actually recruiting me.
Oh wow.
I'm actually proud of myself that I
Let's see,
remembered you played
yeah.
French horn.
French horn's a very nice sounding instrument, but it is hard to play.
Yeah,
You know what the worst sounding instrument is?
Flute?
the oboe.
2 oboes.
Oh. I was gonna say, you know how good a baritone saxophone sounds when you have a solo?
Very
Yes,
good.
because I played baritone saxophone.
Oh, I loved it.
One of my favorite songs we ever did in jazz band was, oh no. It was a punny name.
I'm a little teapot.
No.
I mean, technically I also had a solo in, we did the Pink Panther, but I wouldn't really call that a solo because it was already written down.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Yeah, no, that riff right there on the baritone saxophone is so good.
It's still a solo, whether it's in the
No, yeah.
chart or not.
That's true. That is true. Well, I guess it wasn't really truly solo because there's still bass.
Harley says
But-
Gilligan's Island.
Ooh, Gilligan's Island.
That's right, Eric. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey. This is the big one. Every time something bad would happen, Fred Sanford would have a heart attack, and he was going to go join his wife Elizabeth in heaven.
So fun fact, I don't know what made me think of it. When I binge watched all of Cheers on Netflix and enjoyed it so much that I then turned around and binge watched all of Frasier and loved that show as well. But
Right.
it took, I think, a good 4 months to binge watch all of them. They had so many seasons. It was crazy.
You hate band, James? Band was the best part of my high school experience. No exaggeration. I loved band.
Oh, actually, here's a funny thing: is up here in Canada, we don't really have those things where schools will say, "Hey, you want to come to our school and do band?" We don't really have that. We do have those. Some of our high schools will give out checks at the end of the year to people, so based upon like what you were going for and everything. Plus, also you have there is things you can apply for. So like usually they're not claims, so you can apply for any one. But if you're like sports, you can apply for like a sports bursary or something like that. But I got my scholarship from high school. It was a check on graduation night. Got quite a few actually. I think I got 6 checks total.
So, you're telling me that a college in Canada wouldn't go to a high school and go, dude, you just kicked 17 goals per soccer game over the entire last season. If you come to our school, we're going to make sure that everything you need is paid for.
No, not really. Maybe the very odd time, if you're just some like very, very special.
Really?
But yeah, like maybe one high school, like maybe a year would get it, like in my town. I have like 8 high schools. So yeah, no, that wasn't really a thing. But you did get like checks in the like when you graduated and all that. So I bought like my 3D printer with it. I bought a bunch of other things with it. But our government subsidizes a lot of our schooling, and also when you go to schooling, you can apply for like a sports bursary. So if you're going to that school for sports, you can then apply for like a $3,000 worth of sports or something like that, and get that off. Or You can also go and get grants from the government, which you don't have to pay back too if you can qualify for them.
Huh. Yotes,
So,
I do not remember a movie called Real Men with John Ritter, but I do remember Bad Santa. I also remember Sling Blade. Sling Blade was a brilliant movie with Billy Bob Thornton before anybody knew who Billy Bob Thornton was. Such a good, I mean, it's a difficult movie to watch just because it has some really, really challenging topics, but it is brilliantly done. It's a fantastic movie.
and Lifehawk, I was gonna say I've been to 3 cities that what I've said so far has been correct. I don't know about Toronto. Toronto could be completely different because it's Toronto. I'm
That's
not lying.
right.
Toronto is half the time. Toronto is ran by different rules from the rest of Ontario. So
I was about to say, what about Ontario right now? Aren't you guys in the middle of the Freedom Trucking Convoy?
no, it's not a freedom. It's well, I guess it's freedom. It's the convoy's done to represent the fact that forcing people to get vaccines.
I know,
For the
but
freedom
it's
struggle.
called the Freedom Convoy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a long story. Especially something you don't want to get onto a stream. So
Oh yeah, no political talk here. Jim Belushi. I can
Nick
honestly
Bradley.
say I don't think I've ever even heard of it before. All right, Bradley, have a good night, bud. Take care. Mel
Alright, Sharko, I'm gonna
Z.
send you something.
Oh, WKRP was great. I loved WKRP. WKRP in Cincinnati. Talk about great characters. Howard Hessman, the guy who played Dr. Johnny Fever, passed away within the last month. Such a shame.
I was gonna say, and also if it was true, about the fact that we'd have colleges accept or like thing it, then I should have been accepted by a college for computers. I got a 99 in university computers.
That's a little
Which is
bit.
the highest.
That's a little bit different than you're a superstar athlete. Let's get you here so we can make our school awesome.
Sports aren't up here. I mean, they are still pretty big, but not quite as big as they are down in the States. Like, we don't have football stadiums that can hold a couple thousand people in them.
A couple
Those don't.
thousand. We've got football stadiums that'll hold like 70,000 people.
Okay. Colleges don't have that. I shouldn't
Texas
say every
has
college, but
Texas has high school football stadiums that can hold
Yeah, but that's
probably
that's
10,000.
that's Texas,
I know. I'm just saying.
and you know.
yeah, we don't have that. So, because sports up here isn't really watched a lot. So it's like I said, Toronto is different. Because
Wait a minute. Just wait just a second.
What?
First of all, you're not a sports fan. Second of all, there have been plenty of Canadians in the chat who absolutely love sports as much as Americans do.
Okay, I'm not meaning it's not popular. I'm saying is the amount of money it brings in.
Uh-huh.
For just the amount of money it surely brings in, it's nowhere near as much as the States.
That's a good point, James. I guess only if you're a hockey player would you get that kind of attention from a university.
Yeah, hockey, yes. Hockey up here is yes. Hockey, if you're a hockey player, that is true. Is you probably would get accepted by a team, not by necessarily a college, because colleges don't. I mean, they do, but not the higher tiers. It's yeah.
I remembered the name of that song in high school we played in jazz, and I sent it to you, Sharko. But it was called "Cruisin' for a Bluesin'."
Oh, God.
It's actually it was a fun song to play.
I'm sure it was, but it's a horrible name.
Mhm.
Oh, puns are the most amazing form of comedy.
He who would pun would pick a pocket. Fun fact about WKRP and Gilligan's Island, both lady to dumb down the looks of the second lady of the show. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. And you're right, Eric. The whole Freedom Convoy is causing some even more supply chain issues that we can't afford right now. Even Ford has come out and said the Freedom Convoy is preventing them from getting the stuff they need to build the cars that they can't already build.
Yeah, I think we only have I think like 36 million people in all of Canada.
Well, that's a good point, Dad. We have that many people in California.
Unfortunately.
No,
Yeah.
they should all stay there.
Yeah, it's like I said, like our colleges don't really have sport teams. That's what I'm saying. Like, now you still can get accepted. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just it's not as big as it is in the States.
Oh man, this is going way back to previous conversation. But did I ever tell you guys that I used to be addicted to snorting coke?
Don't even respond. Like, let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah, well, I stopped when because I kept getting the ice cube stuck in my nose.
Yeah, I told you not to even go. Don't even waste your. Yeah. I haven't heard one that good since I was in the 4th grade.
I enjoyed it.
I'm sure you did. I don't know what I'm driving over right now, but this frickin' John Deere is going to get there one way or another.
And no, America is actually the USA. At least that's what everyone, like, I'd say in North America calls it.
That's not true.
At least up here, when you say America, you mean the States.
I don't call it America because there are a lot of Americas. It's not. I mean, it's North America. That includes Canada. That includes the United
Mexico.
States. Then there's Central America, which includes Mexico, etc., etc. Then you've got South America. I don't ever refer to us as America. Now, maybe other people do, and more power to them. If that's your preference, be my guest. I don't care.
Yeah, that's what Canada calls. I mean, we still call it the States, but if you say, like, America, you mean the States.
That's very shallow-sighted. And Canadians need to find a way to be a little more considerate of the other Americas.
We still recognize them. Like, we still recognize, like, it's just we call them, like, they're part of North America. You don't call everyone America.
I realize sometimes
Costa Rica.
sarcasm is hard to read, but
I know that there are people in Costa Rica that, at least, that really, really hate that.
oh yeah, the other Americas actually get really annoyed by the fact that when you say American, you automatically assume the United States. They actually really do get peeved about that.
Yeah.
I guess I could see that, yeah. Because they're still part of, like, yeah, the continent America.
Because technically they're all Americans too. Anyway.
Oh, it's already 2:45. Wow.
Scrub.
Toronto, because it's Toronto, California. Yeah, that's exactly right, Lifer.
Yeah.
Because that's just who they are. My old college roommates played upright bass and drums. I had my own personal concerts every day when they practiced and rehearsed. Wow.
So did you play baritone sax, Sharko?
Yeah, I played baritone and tenor.
Yeah, I played tenor my 6th and 7th grade, and then after that I was straight baritone sax.
So my school is actually a very, very small school of only like 600 people. So we didn't have much. So usually I'd fill in, or like I was main tenor, which is funny because I was actually way stronger in the baritone. I made a very good sound, But when there's not enough tenors, you kind of need more of a tenor because you had enough like you had a bass clarinet and all that. So
That's
Yeah,
interesting,
always-
James.
My high school music teacher bought jazz mouthpiece for me. Oh, dude. Oh, that was awesome.
hmm One thing I'd always wanted to try was like, oh, what's lower than a baritone?
Bass.
Bass? Is it a bass? Okay.
Is it bass
I
saxophone?
think it is
I
a bass
think it's-
saxophone.
Is it a bass saxophone? I know it has the one that loops back up completely and back down.
Yeah. I'm
It-
pretty
or it's
sure
like-
it's
yeah,
a
it's-
bass saxophone.
Yeah, it's
I
bass.
wanted to play that, but we didn't have one. But it sounds so nice.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of air to play a bass.
Daddy sang
it's a
bass,
bass
Mama sang
saxophone.
tenor, me and little brother.
I actually had a lot of air until just last or a couple years ago.
I had a lot in high school.
I'd say that.
Sounds
wait,
to me
you're
like
saying
both
hi to
of you
someone
have
else?
plenty of air.
We're high-headed.
Peter Tutton says hi, Ben.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was talking because there's another Ben, right, that pops into your chats from time to time.
Not that I'm aware of. To be
Not-
fair,
not
the
today.
United States of America is the only country that has America in its name. That's true. That's a good point, Caveman. Izul Kalish says, hello, Habibi. I don't know what Habibi is. I hope that's a positive greeting. I'm going to say it is. And hello, Izul.
Well, Ghost Pepper, Central America is an area. It's not.
It's not a country.
Yeah.
It's a region.
Yeah, I
like
was gonna
North
say
America.
North America and South American are the things. It's just people call Central America because it's in between both of them. So I think is it Mexico's the lowest, or is it the other? Just okay.
What are you talking about? Lowest of what?
Of North America.
No, Mexico is part of Central America, just like Panama.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, but Central America doesn't actually exist. There's North America and only South America.
Central America does exist. It's a region of the Americas, and it includes Mexico, Panama, and maybe one or two other countries. It's not like North America and South America where they're continents or anything, but it is definitely a
Okay, yeah.
genuine place.
It's a place, but yeah, it's not a continent.
I'm just picking on Sharko just to preface this for anyone, but this must be that Canadian education system.
Well, no, I meant like it's an actual location and it's like for a thing, but it's not like a continent that North America is.
No, it's not a continent, but it is a region.
Yes.
Yeah.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, holy crap, this stream has gone on a long time. I don't feel like we did much. I mean, I've been really busy playing Calmsden Farm, but I don't feel like I've accomplished very much because, good lord, these starter fields are big. And I've had to drive a John Deere the whole time. Ugh. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for a Friday night impromptu stream. Sharko and Ben, you guys got any final words you want to throw in there before I call it a knigget?
I was gonna say, is it? Well, I guess for most people it's probably Saturday, so enjoy your weekend. If it's Friday still, well then, you also enjoy your weekend.
Yeah. Just everyone enjoy your weekend and, you know, have a good time, be safe, be happy.
There you go. Have a great weekend, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Love this casual stuff where we just hang and do whatever. Until next time, take care.